Dude, be professional.
Who's unprofessional?
Welcome. And welcome.
Welcome to the 1-6 count.
Hi. Y'all probably hear these motherfuckers in the background making fun of me. This is just the way it is. Welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man probably presents Say What Wednesday. I am your host for the evening, Leo Rockwell, and it's a pleasure to have you guys here. So we were late, but we had to wait for Carlos because he was taking the shit. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. We're gonna have a great show tonight.
This was a massive one.
A lot to talk about. Yeah, I bet it was. We're gonna have a lot to talk about. But first, before we do so, let me bring this amazing panel in, and also, as a matter of fact, let me just bring in like another one of another individual here. I'm just gonna bring him in. I know he's doing stuff in the background. But we're just gonna bring him in, and say what's up to him in just a second. Yeah, you know what it is. We're gonna bring in P-Rock. P-Rock, I'm just
hey,
how you doing,
brother?
Yo,
Carlos, I hope you wipe front to back, man.
The what?
I hope you wipe front to back, man.
You can help me.
Carlos says good.
No, dude, I use a bidet, so like it squirts. Like,
oh my God, here we go. Hey, Brock, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
I've never used one.
Kind of awkward.
All bidet, all
I know
day.
we
It was
came
a little
really
weird.
Bidet Wednesday. Come on, guys. Let's talk about bidets all day.
Talk about no bidets. Brock, what's going on with you, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for having me. I owed you, so it's time
Yeah,
for me.
man.
The answer always pays his debt.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. After Friday night, bro, I was like, I gotta get you on, bro. You had my stomach hurting, bro. So thank you for being on, bro. Do appreciate that. Next up, we got your eyes hurting. We got Hughes, man. What's going on with you, brother? How you doing, man?
Oh, chilling. It's got back from Disneyland on Sunday, so still kind of recuperating from a few days at Disneyland with the kids. But other than that, man, just looking forward to talking about some cool figures.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. So glad to have you, bro. Has your beard gotten thicker, bro?
It looks a little thick, yeah.
Doesn't it look
Longer.
thick? Like longer,
It looks
bro.
full,
like real full, man. See?
It's been a while since I've trimmed it, and I guess it's gone under my wife's radar, so it's going to continue to get thick until she tells me to shave it. So well, not shave it, trim it, because I'm not a psycho. I'm not a psycho, but
not a psycho. Definitely, bro. It's so good to have you here. So maybe you can help this guy. Because this baby face, bro, it's got to go. Like literally,
Man,
like I got
baby face.
No, it got to go, bro.
So,
Straight up.
I gotta know what people think. So okay, off.
Come on, man.
Guys, give Carlos some lighting advice.
Okay.
You're not
white, Hispanic. Well, still white.
I
But
struggle with that
anyways,
too, man.
Yeah, there you go. So
Come on,
Anyways.
man. Are you serious?
I'm just saying it's a little bright. It's fucking hurting my eyes. But
Carlos.
anyways, hello everyone. I'm here to make the show better or worse. One of those two. So,
both at the same time.
At the same
both
time.
at the same
Here
time.
we
We're gonna
go.
talk about bidets. So here's what it is. When you talk about bidets,
Hey,
right,
so what's going on with you, Cam? How you doing,
I like
bro?
the
You
warm
good?
water bidets myself.
I don't know, man. We talk about like
Dude,
water
I
up our
use
butts.
the
I don't know what's
setting
going
that
on right now.
specifically- Dude, sometimes the water pressure is a little too much and it hurts.
Cam, how you
Yo,
doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm
You
good.
good?
Yeah, I'm straight. Bidets, bro.
I like the fireplace
Bro,
behind you.
Bro,
Oh,
it
thank you,
looks-
man. Thank you.
It looks like
Is it real?
Trying to
No,
Hell,
it's
Does that look
It's
fucking
not.
real to you, Will?
It's a blue flame, bro.
I can't tell.
fucking lean.
It's that hot. It's that hot.
Cam. So I see you got some figures up there. So you
Yeah,
start.
I know.
figures.
Yeah,
Okay.
Because I didn't go get the DTOFs yet. So once I get the DTOFs, then they gonna move from there. I'm afraid they're gonna get dusty as hell with that damn.
Why are you
So
shaking?
I'm like,
It's
the goddamn thing, man. It's the damn
desk, man.
table. The desk is
Oh.
sketchy.
Anyway,
It's
cutting you
refrigerator.
I
down.
got
You
trembles
know.
and shit.
Thank you.
I thought
for
you were
being
doing
here,
something
bro, as
dirty
always.
at the same time while you were.
I mean,
My hands are here, bro.
He's
Come on.
bideting it up.
Somebody
Somebody-
said, Skywalker said Cam has gloves instead of a bidet. I see you, bro.
That's right.
That's what it is all day, every day.
You wipe
Hey,
your
we can't
gloves.
talk about the gloves though, because this His wife might be watching.
Look,
right?
man, it's okay. It's okay. We're good. We're good. She's
We
not
good.
gonna trip. She's not gonna trip.
All right,
She
cool,
didn't get
cool.
that Joker. So.
Smooth.
I know.
Next up, we
Where's
got the
Bubba
man
Butt?
to be making everybody drop their draws.
Oh, here he is.
Oh,
Calvin,
damn.
aka Loki, in the building. What's going on with you, brother?
Oh, so you know about the toll too to
Y'all was
see the
like,
collection,
this
bro.
Bullshit.
I know, dude.
What's going on, Kyle?
Dude.
I'm good, man. Shit, just woke up in time for this, so let's get it.
Yeah, man. So good to have you here, bro. As always, man. And that collection back there, marvelous, bro. Straight up. Incredible. And last but not least, you know him. You love him. It's the bald head
Why-
assassin
I
himself.
get to be last. Oh my
Will
God.
Foxification, bro, in the building. What's going on
Well,
with you, brother?
dude, happy to be here, man. Happy to be here.
Penis
And
head.
Carlos's lighting. What do you guys think? I'm gonna say that he looks like he has small shoulders either way. So it
Small
doesn't
shoulders.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Kinda
you got
like
small
shades
shoulders,
out.
though, bro. I ain't gonna front. I'll go
Yeah,
fast. You like you got small ass shoulders, bro.
Yeah, see? I mean, unlike these, this is the picture of masculinity right here. So, if anything, bro, I get to show Carlo up on this live stream. So, happy to be here, man.
Penis is
By the way,
thicker than
guys,
your
I gotta
arms.
give some compliments because for one, Sean's beard is looking really, really good. It's looking really good. It's looking nice and full. Calvin has great teeth, by the way. I don't think I've noticed that until now. Calvin's been dropping drawers and he has excellent. Calvin, do you have braces,
Let's go back
bro?
to Calvin.
That
Let's go
doesn't
back to
sound
Calvin.
right.
Go back to Calvin. Go back to Calvin. Show,
Go back to Calvin.
Show me your
Calvin,
mouth,
show your teeth,
Calvin.
bro.
Film those pearls.
Show me your
Yeah,
mouth.
look at the fucking teeth, bro. Look how see.
I'm glad I didn't put my retainers in. I thought about putting
See?
them downstairs.
Calvin, do you have braces, bro?
Hey, I
Do you have
pay
braces?
for these shits. Yeah, I pay for all
See?
that.
Damn right. See, I had braces
Damn,
3 years
dude.
and mine ain't even that
You
good.
have.
So
That shit hurt too.
You're packing this and you have 3 teeth?
Lost 20 pounds my first month. I was like, man, take these shits.
see, I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, man. Hey, that's
Damn.
jaw dropping teeth right there.
That's
That's what it is.
attention to detail, bro. You just looked at his teeth and said Calvin has some really good
He
teeth.
does, bro. I mean, like objectively, Calvin has 10 out of 10 teeth. I mean,
Okay,
it's
so
true.
you has a dope beard. You know, you
Yeah.
said Calvin has some good
Real
teeth.
quick, I give it to y'all about the thick.
Carlos
ones.
has
You
small
see, I had to cut
shoulders.
mine off.
Yeah, Carlos has
I
small
couldn't do it.
shoulders.
I couldn't do it.
P-Rock looks like Andrew Tate.
And-
P-Rock, you're like Andrew Tate of collecting, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
The
Isn't that
human
the guy got
trafficking
arrested
person.
for like
I
Well,
know.
no,
I'm like,
kids or something?
allegedly, we're not sure.
Yeah,
We're not
him.
Sure, so.
Hell no.
He said, "Oh, hell."
I gotta
I
sugarcoat
said,
it
looks
by
like
saying
the actor
allegedly.
that was Selena's
said, "Oh."
husband.
I
Because
knew
it's,
I should've
the,
shaved.
it's the sunglasses,
Selena's.
bro. It's the sunglasses. You know.
It's the stubs too. I should have.
Yeah, it's the stubs, bro. Andrew
Nah,
Tate.
keep them stubs, bro. Keep them stubs.
Andrew Tate pre-sex trafficking. That's
He
what
said, Cam just
Well,
Cam's beard looks great. I mean, Cam's beard is all. Cam, what does that hat say, bro?
Bam.
That's
Oh,
right.
Man.
From the hood, boy.
anyway, man.
yeah.
Thank you guys and everybody for basically being here tonight. It's going to be a great show. Again, let me address the chat. Yo, Carlos with that bullshit, bro.
What I do?
Turn the light on and off shit, bro. And bidets. Anyway, we got Raleigh out there in the chat. What's going on with you, brother? Getting ready to go to Puerto Rico. You know, he's not, I don't think he's being honest for real. I think he's taking some chick out there or something. I don't know what's going on, but Raleigh be on some, he got some chick under the
He
tuck.
went
He
to
just wanna make-
What part of Puerto Rico you
He
going,
went to
Riley?
Mexico. I was like, dude, you're mighty skinny. You're gonna get violated.
no, he went to Mexico, right? He went to Mexico. Yeah, he went to Mexico. Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
from Mexico.
Yeah, he went to Mexico.
Club.
So, yeah,
You're
he's
going
taking
down
out
the alley.
Club. Yeah,
Just go to the bus. Go straight to the bus. Go
Straight
back
to
to the
the bus.
resort. Those ladies, they not ladies.
And then they-
yeah.
Riley
Is
has
that
to
how
be
it is?
careful,
I've
dude.
never been to Mexico.
Keep going, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Never been to Mexico,
Mexico's
bro?
wild,
No.
bro.
Oh shit! When you come out for STCC, we're taking a day and going to DJ.
We're going.
If you take
Well,
him there, he
TJ.
ain't coming back home. Like,
Yeah, I'm not coming back.
You ain't gonna see Will Fox, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up. We got Charlie the Unicorn in the building. Nick's Collectibles in the building. Thank you for being here, my bro. Yomo, Blurred Dad Life. We got Will out there, Larry Walker. We got Sluggin16 in the building. Thank you for being here. We got Tobar, Spice Runner out there, giving out some spice. You see Cam has that hobo beard. We got Thule out there. We got Blurred Dad Life. Let me
Damn.
see who else we
Fucked up.
got in the building. Henry Hughes. We got let's see here. Who else we got in the
Homeless looking
building?
motherfucker.
Alvin J is in the building. Malika McPain.
Change. Anybody
Who
else
else we
change?
got with us in the building? Oh, Skywalker as always. Renz, the great Talentinos in the building. Xander, we got cruising through space. Who else do we have with us? Sean Breeze Collectibles. Thank you for being here, bro. Let's see who else. Ken Carpenter's out there. FBJ, Two Ferns. Andrew Gibo is out there with us. Pure Stewage. DT Artman is in the building. Thank you for being here, man. Benjamin E. Green, as always, brother. We got Machiavelli the Don in the building. Thank you for being here. We got Native Son. And yeah, that's about it. We think we've actually covered everybody. We got some more probably going to be coming through here pretty soon. But yeah, it's a lot to actually cover tonight. So again, here's the thing. Like, all right, so we're going to jump into some topics real quick, but I do want to talk about a couple of things that we got two releases this week so far.
5.
None of which I really have any concerns, but we do want to actually give it to the people, because the people they want to see it, they want to talk about it, and I didn't really get a chance to hear what you guys thought about it. And considering the simple fact that Carlos was gracious enough to actually buy everybody on this panel a DeLorean so they can review it, Carlos,
I fucking did.
Real? Because I'm like, I can send you my invoice.
Gotta send me them draws first, bro.
Send them over.
You want the Calvin Kleins?
The Calvin Kleins.
So Carlos, I'm gonna start with you first on this DeLorean,
What's up,
bro. Is this something that you're going to get, or is it just like, nah, you're happy for everybody else getting it? Is it something you're making room for your collection?
Oh, 100%. I already actually paid off the invoice and everything. So the DeLorean's paid off, ready to go. I'm 100% going to get it. I'm probably going to get it like in, what are we in now? Yeah. So probably early March, because the retailer I go with tends to get like second batch, after Sideshow and the major retailers. He's a small guy, small retailer, sorry. But yeah, man, excited for this. I know there was, some people were saying there was a couple inconsistencies, or like the lights and the tail lights weren't as good. I think I was watching like Mafia saying that, and Brother Cousins. I'm just not that picky at this point. I'm just really happy that a DeLorean came out. I love vehicles; they're the best thing ever. So yeah, man, paid it off. 100% is coming, to my collection. I'm gonna put that bitch in the center of my kitchen, so everyone, so the whole family and everyone can see it. So I'm really excited, man. Nothing negative to say. Hopefully the community, we did a poll in the Facebook group, and like 71% of people, it was like almost 140 or so voted, said that they were not going to pick this up. But I'm hoping, and I'm assuming because of the price, it's like $840 plus shipping and tax. And because of the space, even though it is on the smaller side for a big vehicle compared to others. But either way, I'm hoping that, whoever does get it, you guys are going to love it. I think vehicles is a different experience. And yeah, like I said, I bought it, paid off. I'm excited for it. And, excited for anyone else who picks it up for sure.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Use now. Here's the thing, bro. Like, I think we talked the last time. I think you said you were going to get this piece. Is this something that you were getting in your collection?
I am not a vehicle collector.
Okay.
I think they take up a bit too much space. But this is 10,000% coming to my collection. This is going to be the only one that I have. I mean, I passed on the Tumblr and all that stuff. I love these, this trilogy of movies so much when I was a kid and all that stuff. And when I started, getting more into Hot Toys and stuff like this had already been sold out, and I wasn't about to pay, $2,000 or whatever it was going for before. So, yeah, man, this is without a doubt coming home. I had bought both the Back to the Future 2 figures, some time ago. I actually bought them from Mario, who constantly wants them back. Sorry, Mario, never getting them back now. So I bought those and just waiting, for down the road if I ever got a DeLorean, or hell, then they came out with this. That's the Back to the Future 2 variant and all that stuff. And like Carlos said, I'm not, I'm sure there's some inconsistencies or whatever, but like I am just not that detail oriented enough, I guess, on this to care, because it's 99% there, and that's all that matters to me. So I'm putting in a new order for some another thing of modu cases or modu spaces, whatever, and I'm getting a DF-120 specifically for this and the other Back to the Future figures. So yes, I am super duper excited. It's not fully paid off yet, it's like halfway paid off, but I'll pay that off as soon as the small place I got it from gets it. So yeah,
Definitely, bro. Definitely
looks amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it does. I mean, it's that, like I said, it's not for me. But I love the movies, but it's just like, the collectibles. I have a vision for what I have in my collection, so this wasn't one of them. So, how it is. Proc, is this something that you were going to get your hands on, man, or is this something that you're like, nah, I'm a pass?
Oh no, I'm getting this. I'm gonna get this and Ecto One. Looking forward to it. I'm kind of Carlos, where I'm not big on like the whole fussing about it. Like I'm just happy it's coming out. The lights don't bother me too much. The whole bleeding thing. At the same time, too, you got to think about the bleeding, the lights. Now, you're not really going to keep it posed with lights on most of the time. So, I mean, displayed, I'm saying posed. Display with the lights on most of the time. So, that's not really going to bother me. But I'm looking forward to it. I didn't get mine's paid off yet because I get mine's from a side guy.
Yeah.
And just waiting for him to get it. So, now it's released. So, hopefully, within the next month or two, when Sideshow releases it, I'll be able to pick it up. Space-wise, I don't know. Like, I agree with Carlos, too. Like, this is like the smaller of the vehicles. Like, the Ecto 1 is the one I'm really worried about, space-wise. But this one,
that motherfucker's huge.
I know.
Yeah, man, it's giant.
That's the one I'm like, I gotta figure out. I definitely want my education.
I have the original one, and I bought the Afterlife one too. So I'm telling you, man, that original one, which is basically the same thing, it's like 48, 49 inches. It's fucking big.
Yeah, but it looks good to me. I'm happy about this. I just got to pick up Marty now.
You already got Doc?
I got Doc. My guy has my Doc from me. I just got to pick it up this weekend. But yeah, I got Doc already, so I just got to get Marty. Because I was going to hold off on this at first because you guys know Joel. He kind of messed my mind up a little. He was like, how Joel told us, you cannot display this with the Back to the Future figures. So, so because of that, I kind of held off a little bit. But after a while, I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to get it, man, because it looks too good.
Yeah, definitely, bro. It does look good though. I mean, I know we talked about this at the very beginning, bro. Like this was, something that, we were like, okay, if you get, Pennywise, you can actually put Pennywise in this, whatever we were.
Yeah, you could. You could.
Remember that we were talking about that like way back. You know what I mean? But is this are you going to get this as something you can see in your collection, or are you just like, nah, it's not?
Dude, I think not. Like, I think it's going to be one of those pieces where it's like, it's cool, but it's not for me, right? And I think that's going to be pretty much how I go with this one. But it is pretty dope. I did watch Back to the Future 1. I've not seen 2 or 3 yet, so I know a lot of people still are upset with me about that. So I am going to watch them, I promise. But the first one, I really liked it a lot. I thought it was great. Do I need the DeLorean though? Probably not. But I do think this piece looks amazing. I look at it and I just think this is one of the pieces where you're like, people go to your collection and they see this. This is going to be what grabs their eye. This is something that's really, really cool, especially when it's lit up. Which, from my recollection, I think I saw in the Sideshow video too, it's USB power up. So you can plug it in, it lights up. Dude, that's amazing. Because we know how damn annoying it is to put batteries in an Iron Man figure. Imagine putting them into a DeLorean. Not as exciting, right? But if you put USB power up, a lot better. So that's pretty dope, bro. I really think this is a really nice piece for $825. I mean, it's hard to complain. And maybe Carlos was pointing out, some of the people pointing out maybe the tail lights, some issues like that. I don't know Back to the Future well enough to make that sort of analysis, but I will say that to me, it looks amazing. As sort of a casual Back to the Future fan, I just think it looks incredible. And this is one of the best things I think I've seen Hot Toys put out in a while. I think this is really, really well done. I think this is absolutely going to pop on the shelf, whether you have Marty and Doc or not. You could have them without Marty and Doc, and I still think this would look amazing. So 100%. I think it's that type of piece where it's like, man, this would look absolutely dope. I think it's, a different type of vehicle, I guess, to a degree, but I think it's more eye-catching than the Tumbler. It's more expensive than the Tumbler, but I do think if you're comparing vehicles, apples to apples, if you will, then I'd say this DeLorean is really just something special and unique. And it will go up in price when it sells out because they're not going to make this again probably for a while. So, the
question is, do you think this is going to actually sell out?
Yeah, I think so. I'm wondering how many they made of these. I mean, with the Tumbler, it's been sitting in stock for a long time, so it's hard to say. Maybe they overproduced this one too, but I don't know, man.
When did this go on
it's so
pre-order?
difficult. I don't know. If it came out now, it probably went on pre-order at least a year ago. So probably, Carlos, it was in the time of oversaturation. Yeah, probably. I would say it's most likely this has probably been overproduced. Yeah. But
we'll see.
nonetheless,
once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah, and layout, man. I think this is just a real with all the way it can get into different poses, if you will. I think this vehicle is really well done. So I got to give it up to Hot Toys. I think they absolutely delivered here as far as I can see.
Definitely. We got $1.99 chat real quick. We got $1.99 by DJN. He said, admired, not desired. That's what this is for me. So, definitely there's going to be a few people that, will admire it, but it's not going to be a piece that they want to actually have in their collection for different reasons though. So
Yeah.
it is what it's. Carlos, what were you saying, man?
Oh, nothing. You can skip me. I was
Oh,
just
okay. No problem, no problem. Okay, so Calvin, man, it's just something that again, seeing how sweltering your collection already is right now, is it something that can actually fit in your collection, bro?
I'm gonna make it fit.
Oh, so you're getting a DeLorean too?
I still have some vertical.
story
space.
of Calvin's life.
I'm not even gonna ask where that was going, but anyway, I thought I had fully committed to the Batmobiles of what I was doing with that vision, and I never thought that this would be a piece that was going to be available for me to
Yeah.
get. So when they came out with the 2.0, I was like, yeah, I can't let this one slide by. And I had already gotten a Marty and knew Doc was coming, so now I've been trying to figure out what actual kind of display, because I would like to have kind of like a whole little display to go with it.
Yeah.
So I already picked this up.
Ooh.
See that?
Okay.
Compositor, flux to go with
Let
it.
me see. Let me pull you up real quick.
Can you see it?
Are the lights on the DeLorean? Are they?
Oh,
LEDs?
okay. So you picked that up.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm looking for the hoverboard. I was gonna have this and the hoverboard in the back behind it.
Got you.
So I've already
Got you.
a whole little vision piece I was gonna put in there.
Do you have the hoverboard already?
Not yet. I had it in my cart at Amazon, and that particular one is sold out. But I found that another one was available.
Oh, okay. Okay. Dope, bro. It's gonna be a dope display. I can't wait to take a look at it, bro.
Careful
Cam.
what you wish for.
Cam, bro. Because I know you're very selective, Cam. Is this something that you're gonna have in your collection? Something that you want to purchase? Something that we can see back there on your wall somewhere?
Nah, it's gonna be a no for me. I mean, it looks great. I'm super excited for everybody that's actually going to be adding this to their collection.
Yeah.
I mean, like Carlos said, and P. Robert also, it's like, I mean, it's not going to be perfect, you know what I'm saying? But you still get the opportunity to actually have this in your collection, which I think is great. Something we didn't have like 3 or 4 years ago. So
Yeah.
Excited for everybody out there, but it's a hell no for me.
Okay, I get it. So Cam, staying with you a minute, okay? I just wanted to stay with you right here for a second because I want to bring up something else that I mean, you being a Marvel fan, whether or not this is going to be something that you can actually see in your collection as well. So the Neon Tech Iron Man, with the Gantry, Iron Man 2, is something that you can actually see in your collection, bro?
Man, get that shit out of here. That shit out of here. Hell no. Bro, you know I hate these neon ticks. Like,
You do?
man, we could have been making something else. Like,
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure that somebody out there loves it, and you know what I'm saying. And they're obviously still making them. So I mean, somebody's buying them. But for me, it's just like, why? Why is this happening right now? It's like a bad dream.
Doesn't
but
someone have all the collection for this? Like a
Oh,
panelist member?
I've seen a few people who, as a matter of fact, the second brother has it.
mm-hmm.
I think
yeah,
he
I think
has the
yeah, I
entire
think he,
line.
yeah, he has all of them.
Right.
Yeah,
and I think
he loves
he's
them.
actually getting this right here as well.
He must hate himself.
Yeah. Yeah, so definitely, man.
It is. I mean, it is different. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Definitely disgustingly ugly. Like that's the only thing about it.
Yeah,
man.
it's.
somebody's gonna love it though. So I mean,
There's a market
just
for
me.
it.
It's
There's
just like,
people out
yeah.
there that
Oh
are
yeah. I
definitely
mean,
gonna
people
get it.
just love. They can't get enough Iron Man at this point. So it's like,
They'll take anything at this point.
yeah.
Anything that they get their hands on,
What you
they'll
trying to say?
basically.
What you saying? What you saying?
Hey, Cal, check your volume. Are you up? Or do you have your mic? Or are you talking through? What are you speaking?
I'm talking through the mic. So is it not coming through?
Is it
Everybody
on?
told me to turn it
No,
up.
I don't think it's selected.
Are you coming
Put
through
it,
your
put it to
computer?
your pretty
check.
teeth real quick.
Go to your
Put it close to your pretty teeth.
go to your settings. Does it set on that mic?
It is.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Raise the volume from there though.
I just did that too.
You sound better.
Or the gain. Is there a gain button down there?
Yeah, everything's good on my end.
You might have to stay close to it that
Okay.
way, but it sounds a bit better.
How's this?
Definitely. So what Calvin, since we right here with you, bro, is this something that you can see in your collection?
Not at the moment. I'm hold off on this one. I already have the other Gantry, the original, so I don't
Gotcha.
think I need 2 of them. I do feel like I'm, that Mark IV. What was that? The original, the blue, right? That was the original Neon Tech that came out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I've already got the other gantry. I can wait. I can hold out.
So, Will, I want to talk to you about something real quick.
About
bro.
the Iron Man?
Yeah. So, I watched a couple of reviews and I got a couple of responses from people who were talking to me about this piece. Not this piece, but the Mark V suit up.
Yep. I knew you were going there, bro. I got to talk to you about that. Yeah.
I talked
to Justin about it. Yeah, I talked to Justin about it. I was like, I'm not getting it now. I thought about getting it, but I'm not.
Yeah, nah, I can't.
Oh, did I miss something? Dude, it looks fucking awesome. What did I miss?
Bro,
it's really difficult to put together.
It's a pain in the ass to assemble.
And a few people that I know who have it, they broke it. Like it broke.
Okay. It's real fragile.
That was fun, right?
Like literally 4 people within the last few days hit me up and said, "Bro, it's gonna break." Like literally, that's how fragile it is. They said when you put it, the thing is, like to the point where some people they just put the top together and not the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going through that. I canceled it. Got my money back.
Well, Leo, I know I talked to Kiko about it too, and Kiko said that it took him like legit hours to put it together. He was like, and you have to be so careful and deliberate with it. And like, he was like, it's a pain. It looks great when it's together, but it's a pain in the ass. He said,
yeah, I canceled it.
So I was like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that. I don't like any figure that much.
I don't have time for that. Yeah, as soon
Stick
as
with the regular Mark V. Yeah.
Yo, somebody sent me. So what they did was they did a time lapse video of them putting it together, and it broke at the end.
Damn. What a
like right at the end, and I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm canceling because there was too many people that sent me that I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, because I know Jetta did his video, and he was just constantly complaining about how difficult it was, and I was like, yeah. And Justin said his was difficult too. So
yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't have that time. I don't have that time and patience. It's enough that we got to put them fucking batteries in. Yeah, so I'm not going to do that with a suit up. I'm not going through it. So I was like, yeah, I cancel. As much as I wanted it because it looked great, but I was like, yeah, let me cancel, bro. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
It's so difficult.
It is. But Will, you gonna get this Neon Tech Gantry, bro?
Yeah, but I mean, if Cam's getting one, then I'm getting one.
Oh yeah, I'm getting 2. But
exactly, bro. But nah, Leo, it's funny because these Neon Techs. I mean, I think we all speculate that they're big, maybe overseas in Asia. That can be my only estimate as to why they keep making these. Maybe they're cheap to make and people like them over there, but no one seems to give a shit about them over here. So I guess we're just not the market for it. That's my only logical assumption that I can make with this one. It's pretty. I mean, it's not terrible looking. It's kind of cool in a way, but there's nothing truly exciting about it because it never really graced the screen. So for most of us, it's kind of like, well, you don't have any sort of emotional connection to it. It doesn't look that cool to most of us. So if you don't check either of those 2 boxes, then you're just not interested. So this is going to be one where it's like Sideshow, at least in the States, Sideshow probably will hopefully get as little of these as possible.
I know.
Because they're like, these bitches are going to sit in the warehouse for 4 years, and we're going to have to discount them by 50% to move them. So
don't they still have a few Neon Techs sitting there?
They probably do. They probably do. Sideshow probably hates these. Because they don't sell. They don't sell. So Sideshow probably like loathes these Neon Tech Iron Mans. They're like, do not send us that shit because we cannot sell it. So I can only imagine. I mean, maybe there's people who don't watch these streams who collect these Iron Man, but I've never seen anyone really get excited about it. So
that wanted it actually. Yeah, true, bro. True. Yeah. We got young Restless Youth Production says it looks like a bottle of Hypnotic. Pass from me. It does.
Wow, that Hypnotic. Damn.
It does. It looks just like a bottle.
His brother Cousins in the back?
No.
Yeah, he in the back.
Yeah, he's in the back.
I saw him type of comment.
Yeah, he been in there for a little while, I think.
Oh, wow. I thought he was sick. My bro. Okay. My bro.
Like 10 minutes.
Came by
I got out of my sick bed. 40.
And then Loki's like, I've been falling for 30 minutes. It's basically brother Cousins.
Right. I got out of my bed for the damn DeLorean, and then you switched.
We already talked about the DeLorean.
Okay, we'll go back. We'll go back.
We'll go back just for you.
We'll definitely go back just for you, my brother. I didn't know. Why didn't y'all tell me? I'm sitting up here talking to William.
He's in the chat. He's in the private
chat.
I couldn't see because you know how this fucking computer works. I ain't got like this.
Blame my computer now.
Shut up. Just be quiet. Be quiet. Carlos, since we're on you, and brother, because I'm gonna get to you about the DeLorean. Definitely I will, brother. What you think about this, man?
Man, you know me. I love Iron
I
Man.
know you love Iron
right?
Man, bro. So get it.
Love them. Life
get it.
size, half scale, 1/6 scale, all that shit. But I don't like the neon tech. Like, not even a little bit. I just think it's like Will said, this has to be really popular overseas because I don't think a lot of people really get hyped for it, except second brother. So aside from him, and like, and I just think it's kind of I don't want to say pointless because there are people who will love this shit overseas. This is probably one of those where we should be like, hey, this is a Hong Kong exclusive, and we're hoping that it never comes to the States. That's probably one of those that it would probably be a better fit. Because I just don't think anyone likes it. Like, I remember that the yellow neon tech, like Sideshow had a thing like, oh, it's exclusive. Only if you go to SDCC you can pick it up. And then no one picked it up. So then it became available online. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I just don't think this is very popular. So I love Iron Man.
Crazy?
I have signatures, but not for me, bro.
When they first dropped the neon tech, the first neon tech figure to drop, people were like, oh, that's kind of dope. But then when they started oversaturating the market with it, it was like, okay, nah, I'm done. I'm checked out.
Yeah.
I'm definitely checked out.
Second brother
100%.
has all of them.
I know, it's crazy.
It is crazy. I get on him all the time. I'm like, why?
Or something. He lost
But
his
here
bet,
it is.
or why?
But here it is. He's not getting this one.
Oh, that's
Nah.
Damn.
He's not gonna get this one. I thought he was.
No, he's not gonna get. Well, they kind of released this version already without the
Yeah,
gantry and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, they did.
Like,
Right.
why get it with the gantry? So it's like I just think with the gantry is completely overkill, even for the people that like these. That the
Yeah.
gantry
Can I
is
say why though?
too much.
What?
So this one here, so I'm obviously a huge Iron Man collector. The first neon tech, the blue one, it was going before the market crash. It was going like 600, 750 on eBay, maybe even $800. So I think they saw that and they're like, let's charge 800, $600, but let's add a gantry to it. And I think that's why. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother, because it's my bad.
No, you're right. To sweeten the deal, but I don't think that's working.
So
No,
let me
fuck
ask
this.
you a question though. Do you think that they basically added? So here's my thoughts. This is one thought.
You're
I'm not
blurry.
saying this is exactly true. Am I blurry?
Yeah, you're focused.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the focus is. Come on, man. Stupid thing. Trying to. There we. I think it'd come in. I
It'll
had to.
come back.
It'd come back. But anyway, what I think they did, bro, was they had a whole bunch of these motherfuckers sitting in the back, and it's like, let's just add a gantry to see if we can get
Yeah.
rid of some of them.
Yep.
I mean, that's just what I think. You know what I mean? Because it's just way too many, way too many of them. I mean, and it's again, like I said, it's going to sit for a long
I think
time.
only one's sold out right now on waitlist. All the rest are still there, right? I think it's just the black and like yellow neon
Never
one.
checked. I wouldn't.
That's
know.
like waitlisted.
The
right
orange
now,
one
so-
too, the Mark 50. Is that one gone?
No, that one's still there. And the
Oh,
War
yeah,
Machine's
okay.
still there too.
They did an exclusive for the Mark 50. They only made 80, and it came with an extra gun, and it was a special edition. Which that one actually goes for a lot on eBay, surprisingly. But
Oh,
they
really?
I think they only made 80. Yeah. So
Oh, really?
Still,
Yeah,
still sitting. It's like no.
It's you Lee, are you going to get one of these, bro?
Well, I feel attacked. I have all the neon techs
Damn.
as well, so I feel attacked. First of all,
why?
Sorry.
second of all, this was not one that I would be adding because I do not need a fucking gantry. I'm done buying neon techs for sure, but I think they're cool. They're gimmicky. They're whatever, but like they're kind of cool. So this one's very Tron like. The black and yellow one was very, kind of Steelers like, if you want to call it that. And the War Machine was kind of stupid, but I still got it. The Mark 50 is my favorite by far, but yeah, they're not for everyone, obviously. But but I will not be getting this one. 100% will not be getting this one. This is the first one that was released like ages ago that everybody was psyched about, and then they just slapped on a gantry and called it a day. So yeah, I'm good on neon techs. I think I've saturated myself with enough neon techs. So yeah,
I feel you, bro. Proc, something that you're gonna get in your collection? No, yeah, yes.
Nah. So unlike Carlos, I can't stand Iron Man. I'm more of a comic book fan, and Iron Man was an a-hole in the comics. He was a drunk,
Yeah.
and he was just.
But I mean, he was a drunk for demon in the bottle for a certain run, but then he kind of moved on from it. You know what I mean? But he was still drinking every now and then, but he wasn't as drunk as he was in Demon in the Bottle.
Yeah. But nah, I mean, I'm thankful I don't collect any Iron Man because that saves me a lot of money. More power to the people who collect the Iron Man, but I'm not an Iron Man fan, so this, unless I had a Tron display, like what USB said, like a Tron type display, I will get this. But
if they would have did Tron, I want them to go back and do the classic Tron. If they go back and do the classic version of Tron, I think they can make some money off of that because there's a lot of Tron fans who actually want those figures. So definitely that would
a nice little black light in the background of that
display show. They would, that would kill it. Like definitely that would be dope to have that on your display. So
but no, I'm not getting this. It's not Iron Man's not for me. And if I were to get an Iron Man, it would just be like the regular Iron Man and not the neon tech stuff.
So this is definitely a pass for you. Just like, and real quick, I want to go back real quick, because I know you said you had some thoughts on that DeLorean. So I want to go back and definitely get your thoughts on that, man. What's up, man? What you? I mean, I know you're getting this because I watched your review on it. You said you had one. And you was telling everybody, "Yeah, I'm getting it, damn it." So I was like, So what's your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, I was actually trying to figure out today where the hell am I going to put it. To be honest with you, space is always an issue, but we always find a way to make it work. This is going to, and I think Carlos kind of alluded to this. This, for anybody, if this is anybody's first vehicle, vehicles are grandiose. It's another type of experience. It really is. It really is another type of experience. You want to make sure you have a plan for this, even though this is a smaller vehicle. It's definitely a smaller vehicle, but you can get it displayed. But I wouldn't suggest, I know a lot of go-to collectors would probably put it on a DTOF, put it on top of a DTOF or something like that.
Don't do that.
You don't want to do that.
Don't do that.
You're not going to see it. You're not going to see it. And for $1,000, this thing needs to be displayed. So, take that in consideration when buying this. I mean, you may have to have it, sitting around in a box for a minute. I'm just giving you, this is what I went through when I first, it was my first vehicle. So I was so happy to get it. But when I went home, I was like, what have I done?
Where am I going to put
I was like, what have I done?
So, it's like, where am I going to put this on bits? I wanted it, but where the hell am I going to put it? So I feel you,
just
bro.
Take that, just take that in consideration. But for all you guys that are, new collectors that, wanted to get this piece and that are getting this piece for a good price, I mean, it looks like you're in for a treat. It looks amazing, looks beautiful. I don't like how the lights bleed from the wheels right there. That's something I'm gonna have to modify. I think Denobi also talked about that on his stream as well. But it's definitely not a deal breaker. I don't care. I think it looks amazing. It's a great piece. Like I said, it's gonna be, for those that are getting it, it's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. It's amazing. It looks good. I can't say enough about it. Can't wait to get it in hand so I can really,
So do you already have it ordered and it's already coming, or?
It's already ordered. Got it from Sideshow. And paid it off. Paid it off last night. Matter of fact. Because I figured to get it from I wasn't gonna get this from overseas. Think about how much to ship a small refrigerator overseas.
Hell
that's what you're doing. And let's not talk QC issues. That's a whole.
Me and Cam already had that conversation the other day.
Right.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Depending on where you get that shit from,
Brother Cousin, you got the first one, right?
Yes, sir.
The first DeLorean, you got that one, right?
Right there, yes, sir.
So how often do you actually leave the lights on? And if you do leave the lights on, for how long?
To be honest with you, that's a good question. I've had the lights on for a while. Alexa, turn on the DeLorean.
Look at this guy.
So, okay. Yeah. So you was gonna come on the show and flex.
And this wasn't pre-made. I didn't actually. We didn't talk about this question beforehand, so I don't know.
I leave it on. I've actually left out, and I've had this since 2018. And I think I went away. Me and the wife went to Ocean City for about 2 days, and the damn thing was left on, and I was like, oh shit! And
nothing burned out. No lights
nothing
burned
out. The LEDs in this are great. They're really great. They did it. I think I would say this is Hot Toys' best
Motherfucker
pick.
just come on this show and say, Alexa,
Yeah,
turn
turn
on
on
the
the-
DeLorean. Did he really just do that shit live on the fucking show?
Yeah.
Things
it was
happen.
nothing.
You know?
Turn on the vibrator.
Things happen. You know?
Yeah.
Things happen. But yeah, man.
Next thing you know, we're gonna have Will clapping his lights on or something like that, bro. Like,
That would be dope.
Clap on.
the clapper. But nah, man, it's like, again, it you know what, for me, it would be dope if it was something that I had a vested interest in. I
Yeah.
just, for me, it's just, I don't really need it. It's not something that would fit or goes well. That's why, like I said, I mean, it was, for me, it was the Tumblr, because I knew what I was going for, and I always loved the Tumblr. You know what I mean? So I was kind of vested in that. And plus, I'm saving up my vehicle space now since I got the Tumblr for you know what it is, that M1 Starfighter, because I really think they're gonna release that shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
I've
I
heard
really
things.
think it's gonna happen.
I've heard
different things. It's not. It's gonna be.
I think it's
112
gonna
instead of
happen.
1.6.
I think it's gonna happen.
I've heard
If they
things.
don't-
I've heard prices and all that.
Mhm.
If
Not-
they haven't
I
announced
can't
it
say
by-
the official sources, but I've just heard things.
Yeah,
They haven't
see, I
announced it
think
by
it's gonna
January 2024. I think you got a bet with yourself to buy the DeLorean. There, we sealed it. It's done.
Definitely, man. So, I mean, anybody getting this, happy for you. I know it's going to be something that you'll definitely love. Guys, I wanted to kind of go into this real quick because, again, just the kind of title of the actual show itself, because what's going on and what's happened recently, I mean, things that have actually gone on in the community has been miraculous, bro. Things that we've seen in the community have been miraculous. That's why I put past, present, future, because I think, is it safe to say, and I wanted to basically put this out there for everybody in the chat, you can answer this as well, with what we've seen from the Joker, what we've seen from soon to be the Batman once that's released, what we've recently seen, I can't say it enough that Aragorn is probably the best figure I've ever seen in life. Like, literally, I've never seen anything like that's a little man. Like, little that's little Vigo on it. It's like they shrunk down Vigo and just copied him. You know what I mean? Like, literally, it is amazing, and it's such an amazing piece. My question to everybody right now is, do you think that InArt, from what they've shown us now, do you think that they've earned your trust? Is it one of those things that you can honestly say right now, now, mind you, we've only gotten one figure, okay? So one figure that's been released. The Batman is next, from what I'm thinking of, but that's what they're saying, right? Is that supposed to be the next figure dropping?
Cycle.
Is it the Batman?
For pre-order, though. Yeah,
for pre-order. So the
I
Bat
think
Cycle.
you're saying like for
Gandalf
to release, right?
Well, wait.
Would it be
So-
Gandalf?
InArt's dropping.
next. Yeah, I think Gandalf is next.
So Gandalf's next, but
Or
then
it-
they said,
I mean,
when's the
Pennywise.
Batman supposed to be released? Is that
after
March?
Pennywise.
Batman's probably it's probably Pennywise or Gandalf next.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm
Okay, so
thinking.
Pennywise, Gandalf next, but the Bat, well, that will come. You said hold up, InArt's doing the Bat Cycle, bro?
Yeah, they are. And a Batmobile. I
Yeah,
think.
they said they're almost done with the Bat Cycle. They should announce that soon.
Oh, bet. Thank you. So I'm so glad, because I was really, really looking for it. I was going to try to find one from a different, but I was like, okay, no, they're doing
Which
it.
Bat
Makes more
cycle,
sense.
though?
And
That's
their
gonna be
vehicles will
important.
probably be
The
heavy because
Pattinson
they're probably
one.
gonna go all diecast.
Pattinson.
Yeah, that's going to be incredible.
Well,
So-
Pattinson had two Bat cycles. He had the one where he was in like the tracker gear or whatever, and then he had the one at the end when he was in the bat suit with
Probably the same one that
Kyle.
Hot Toys made. So whatever that version is,
Probably that one.
It'll
Just
probably
the
have the
one.
same cover and be able to get flipped.
Yeah. So
They got
I'm
everything.
going to start. I'm start awkward. I'm start with you first, Calvin. Calvin, do you think,
Ooh.
with everything that you've actually seen, has InArt gained your trust, bro?
They've gained my trust with the Joker as of now, just off the videos that
Yeah.
I've seen. Now, I still want it in my hand. Now, real quick, is my volume's fine?
Oh, your
No,
volume
everybody was
dope
telling me.
now. You came
Yeah,
in
okay.
base heavy.
Okay.
Sound like Cam.
I know. I'm like, oh, wait a minute now. You can't be doing it. Maybe I need to go lower.
But yeah, as far as the Joker, I'm sold on that one.
Yeah.
I was looking at Batman earlier. I was on Spec Fiction's page earlier because I saw it was waitlisted, but I had seen a message. I think Carlos, you had hit him in the place for collecting, and he had responded back saying he was going to put a few more out tonight. So I was like, do I need to add something else to my list? So I'm
Todd
debating
is
that.
active in the group for sure.
Yeah, definitely,
Okay.
man. Plus, you know,
And,
punk ass Carlos is the reason why I got that all in set, punk ass. But go ahead, continue, Carlos. I mean, Calvin. Yeah, punk ass motherfucker. Go ahead.
You get enabled by everybody. I love it, bro. Come on.
So that's where I stand with that. As far as Aragorn, I'll be honest with you. Well, Mario's not on right now, but I did start watching.
I'm on,
Two
man.
Towers?
I'm a Lord of the Rings fan.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, you're on the chat. You're on our chat. But
This dude,
I started watching
collection
yesterday
on DVD.
Hey, and I found I have all 3 of them on streaming, the extended versions. I'm like, fucking 4 hours. Like, damn, this is taking me all day to get through this shit.
That's 4 hours worth your life.
I still got an hour left on this. The battle just finally started, so I got an hour left. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling it. I'm still like, okay, this is long as shit, but okay.
And what was it? Which one you on?
The first one.
Two Towers.
Once you get the
the
battle
one when his
of
ass sleeping all the
That's
damn
the
time.
best
Bro, the
That's why it's
battle
so damn
of Helm's Deep is one of the dopest battles I've ever seen.
So
bro.
that just started with the little dwarf can't see over the bridge wall.
Just
That's
wait,
where I'm at.
Calvin. It gets better.
Just wait.
You got some good
It
battles
might be
ahead
a hot
of you,
take.
bro.
I actually like the theatrical cut. I prefer the theatrical cut. I think it's tighter for a reason. Yeah.
Well, everybody was like, you got to see the extended. You got to see
Like
the
the
extended.
extended is cool to watch once, but I feel like if you're gonna start, I would watch theatrical because I feel like when I watch extended, I'm like, these were cut for a reason. Like I watch it and I'm like, it's
because
too good.
it makes it too long. It's good to watch, but it's just
it lost my attention a few times.
A lot of people think extended all the way, but
long.
not me. I like theatrical.
I think the extended is more for like the actual like the fans that like the lore, and then the theatrical is more for the people like, all right, I just want to watch it.
Yeah, bro. I like the extended. What'd you say?
I was gonna say my fiance maybe like or Becca, I want to say a month, 2 months ago, she was like, hey, let's watch Lord of the Rings and let's watch the extended version. I was like, okay, let's do it. But it took us like 3 days because we had to watch it. Okay, 2 hours, stop, another hour.
That's where I'm at
like
right
the
now.
last one is like almost 5 hours, but
yeah,
dude, it was it's long.
Whereas theatrical, each one's about 3 hours.
Yeah. Theatrical is better. So.
All right, well, I'm working through it, but I'm trying. I'm putting in the effort because I sent them a picture of my DVDs. I was like, y'all need to stop talking shit. I'm watching this shit. Right?
Definitely, man. Definitely, bro.
DVDs.
But brother cousin, let me go to you next, bro. Like, do you again have they, earned your trust? Like, have they gained your trust with everything that they've actually put out so far? I know you're getting that Joker 2-pack. So far from what you've seen, have they gained your confidence, or are you still like, I just need to see a little bit more?
How could I say this? With the Joker, the Joker, they took that, like, I mean, they knocked that shit out the park. Like I think I said it here. My mom saw it and was like, that's the best figure she's ever seen, ever. And it's great. It's phenomenal. It's a person. And then looking at Viggo Mortensen, oh my God. I mean, I'm about to. I really need to jump on it because that thing looks good. And I mean, I wasn't going to get the Lord of the Rings figures, but after seeing Aragorn, I was like, damn, I got to jump on it. And then I think 1/6 Kit has got more whatchamacallits in too. Gandalf. So I got a second chance to get Gandalf. So I got Gandalf. Did pre-order Gandalf today.
Nice.
So
they stopped with the Batman, I think, and Joker.
Yeah, but those look good. I mean, but to answer your question, I want to say yeah. I do want to say yes, but I do still think it's still super early. But I mean, considering what we've seen, I think it can only get better, right? I mean, it can only get better. I mean, see, the thing of it is, and when I look at it, like I look at InArt and Hot Toys I look at them totally different. Yes, they do similar things, but Hot Toys is about, I mean, what Hot Toys has become over the last 10 years, it's become like, this is Disney's, where we go to get Disney figures, and we have these big grandiose collections. And if you like Star Wars and you like clones, you can get them here. If you like Marvel, you can really flesh out your collection. But I think what InArt is doing, I think they're doing just specific pieces. So I think that's, I mean, if they keep it like that, pretty much they're like the Hot Toys. They're doing what the Hot Toys of old would do. Like they kind of jumped to different properties. They had some properties that they went deep into, like Terminator 2 and all that stuff. And I think we're seeing InArt do that. If they keep up that same pace, yes, I think the quality is going to go up. If they do like these big mass collections and they get bigger, then maybe we then might see a different quality later on down the line. But for right now, I think all it can do is get better at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so I do feel you there, bro. What would you say basically they've gained your confidence, man?
Yeah, man, I would say, I guess the short answer, yes. You know, like you said, obviously it's only been one figure, but they executed it, you know, pretty much to exactly the prototype, you know, or within a couple % of the prototype, delivered it when they said they were going to deliver it. And basically nothing that they've done has made me think otherwise, that we can't trust them for the other releases going forward. So yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, I've pre-ordered pretty much every one of the figures except for Pennywise because I don't need that demon shit in this house. Sorry, Will.
Come on.
Finally, P-Rock, I got you here, man.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah.
man.
So, I mean, yeah, nothing's. You know, their communication sometimes is a bit weird, you know, but you know, they're at least trying, and yeah, nothing's made me question them thus far. I think, you know, one figure. The first one out of the gate, it was a big one that they had to do, and they executed it right. Who knows when the next figure comes out if they slip back, because, you know, they were focusing, you know, so much energy on this first. It's like the first album, you know, you focus so much energy on this first one, and then your sophomore album shows up, but it's, you know, not as good. But I'm hoping it's not that. But so far, nothing's come out that said it would. You know, I've bet all my NRDs that they're gonna keep on following through. So.
Definitely.
The only thing I wish they would do is sort of start tackling more figures that aren't made by other companies. You know what I mean? Like, the Joker makes sense because the best one that we had was 10 years old. You know what I mean? And comparing the two, a lot of shit has changed in between then. And then, you know, but for let's say then the next figure, the Gandalf. I think the Gandalf is a good one because I think Asmus, as hard as they try, I think, you know, what InArt is doing is definitely a different level than that. But then you get to, like, you know, the Pennywise, which Hot Toys did a fine job. I mean, I'm sure Will can attest to it. Did a fine job. I'm sure the InArt's better, but, you know, they're competing in the space. And the same thing with the Pattinson Batman. You know, I think the InArt's going to be better, you know, marginally so, but, like, it's going to be more expensive and stuff like that. So I just wish they would start tackling stuff that we don't have. And you know, I don't know if that's a sort of a function of how they solicited what next figures we should do with all the community polls and stuff like that, or what, but, you know, we'll see. But as of right now, to your question, because I'm digressing, has they earned my confidence? So far, so good. You know, we'll take it a figure at a time and see what happens. So I hope they keep on executing, because like you said, this Aragon is just a little dude. He's a little Viggo Mortensen shrunk down. So I hope it comes out exactly like this, because I have definitely pre-ordered this and I cannot wait for it. So 100%.
Okay, so I'm saving two people for last because I kind of already sort of know what they think. So I'm just going around, just, you know, getting everybody else out the way. I'm never going to Carlos. So I'm just letting y'all know out there, you're not going to get his opinion on my show. So Cam,
yeah,
what you think, bro? Have they, you know, considering and coming from a guy who I don't think is getting any of the InArt pieces so far, what do you think? Have they, I mean, at least shown you that they can pull it off?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like for them, this being their first go around, well, not first go around, but their first line of figures that they're dropping, they're starting out as such a, I guess, a high magnitude. I feel like, even as far as the accountability as well as the transparency that they're giving, you know what I'm saying, the people that are buying these figures, you know, there's like an open dialogue, even with John, like you've seen on Riley, and a place for collecting as well. They're just open to being able to answer questions, which gives people more confidence in the product as well, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you're kind of hiding and not really, you know, talking about it and stuff like that, it kind of seems like, you know, like, oh, we're just gonna give them something, you know. But it seems like they actually care about what the product's gonna be at the end of the day, which I think that's the hugest vote of confidence for a lot of people with their wallets as well.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I'm still tripping off a fucking brother cousins having Alexa turn on that DeLorean. So, Brock, what's up, bro? You think that gains your confidence, man?
All right, so I agree with Utes a little bit. Like, I don't think they have my confidence because I don't have my Joker in hand yet.
Mhm.
They make me feel more comfortable.
Mhm.
And I agree with him because I'm thinking they knew coming in that this Joker figure is going to get reamed if it wasn't like the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they put their best effort into this first release just to
Mhm.
make sure and please all the collectors just to make sure they're going to think, okay, we're in good hands now.
Yeah.
I agree. Like the next figures when those come out, we have to see if the quality continues.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like with Aragorn right here. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. I have all the Asmus ones right here. I have the Aragorn from Asmus too, and that's the only one of the three between Gandalf, Legolas, and Aragorn that I was actually looking forward to because of the three from Asmus, I think that's the worst one that they did. So I'm definitely gonna pick this guy up right here. But until I get it in hand and I can actually, I see Joel's review and people's reviews and everything like that, and it looks amazing, the Joker. But until I get it in hand, I can actually mess around with it. And until they get to the point where they release like their fourth or fifth figure to see if they continue that flow, or if they do their perfection, then I'll feel more confident. But I feel at ease a little bit with the release of the Joker. So I do feel more comfortable pre-ordering this. I only pre-order the Joker. I didn't pre-order Pennywise yet. I didn't pre-order any of the other figures because I wanted to see something in hand first.
Yeah, definitely.
So I feel I feel comfortable. I don't feel confident yet. I'll wait till I have at least two of their figures in hand and how they stand over time. I'm pretty sure I've always been the type of collector where I would rather spend more money on the real leather instead of the pleather, like save money on the pleather, because over time that's going to save your figure and it's going to save you money because you're going to have the issues with the flaking and stuff like that as you have with the Hot Toys pleather. And then eventually when your figure does pleather, you want to replace it. So this will actually last longer. So I don't mind the price as long as it's worth it.
As long as it's worth, yeah. Good talk there, man. So
Yeah.
that's it. I'm not going to go to everybody else because I'm just playing. Will,
Yeah, man.
So being that again, like John on the first name basis. I'm just playing. I'm just fucking with you. No, seriously though. Considering the simple fact that you have Pennywise on pre-order, you got the Gandalf on pre-order, right?
Yep.
Okay, you have the Joker coming. I don't know if you ordered the Batman. Did you?
No, everyone but Batman I ordered. Yeah,
everyone but Batman.
Or
and you
Aragorn,
ordered
Gandalf, Pennywise, Joker.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What you got against Batman though, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I liked Batman. It was pretty good. I liked it, but I didn't
right.
love it. Like I thought it was like a solid 8.5.
Kind of fucked
It was
up.
pretty good.
I don't see the whole hype for that Batman. I'm like, I watched it 3 times and I fell asleep 3 times.
You know
Hate
what?
it so much.
You
watched it 3 times.
I watched it 3 times.
I only watched it once. I liked it.
I
I liked it.
I fell asleep all 3 times.
Dang.
The hype around it for me is year 2. And that's what it is. Year 2,
okay.
you get a chance to see year 2 Batman. You're going to see his progression. Guarantee you by the second film, you're going to enjoy it. Like, I loved it. Everything about it. The only thing that I didn't like about it was Paul Dano's performance of the Riddler. That was just my personal, opinion. But
gotcha.
Again, I did like the film. But no, Will, how do you feel about it? Do you think that they've shown you enough so far to be confident in the pieces and be confident that they can actually continue to give us that level, that top tier?
Yeah, I think so, man. I think the right word is confidence. You guys all make really good points about getting stuff in hand before we, get super overconfident. But I'm confident in what they can deliver based on their track record because of Queen Studios. If this was a brand new company and Queen Studios did not exist, I think we'd all be a little more nervous about all of this. I think we'd all we'd have way more trepidation, more hesitancy, everything. We'd be more hesitant every way ordering these figures. But the fact that Queen Studios does exist, yes, statues and figures are different. I get that. But at the end of the day, quality is quality. And if they're able to make something that consistent and that good, then we have to recognize that. I think one thing that's pretty common, and I hear what Sean and other people are saying, and I hear this sentiment expressed a lot, that they kind of want to see InArt make things other than what other companies have made. And I do want to give credit to Carlos for this, because Carlos kind of first presented this idea, at least from what I heard, and I talked to him about it, and I was like, that does make a lot of sense. What InArt is doing clearly is because they are, for one, tackling very popular characters that they can access, and 2, they are deliberately targeting figures that have already been made to take them and go to the licensors or the distributors and say, this figure that you're already made, we made it better. So, and we sold a lot of them and made it way better. And that's what they're doing. They're purposefully targeting figures for one, so they can take to other people, and also to show consumers, why are you buying from this company when you can buy from us and we made the same character and we made it better? That's what they're doing right now. So and I think honestly, I think it makes a lot of sense because for one, there's a lot of people already that are kind of, without even a figure in hand yet, kind of turning on Hot Toys a little bit. Right. And that's kind of part of InArt's strategy. I feel like a little bit, they're kind of being like, okay, like you thought Hot Toys was good, but we're better and we're making the same shit. Like, and that's why they're making the Bat Cycle, the Batmobile, which I still think Hot Toys might make. And then also, Pennywise, they're making, the Batman himself, like, they're making the same stuff. And even Asmus, like P-Rock mentioned, they made this Aragorn, they're going after that too. So, and this, this prototype, the Asmus, it's okay, right? But, at the end of the day, like, it's not on this level. So a lot of people, like, they can look at that and be like, why would I ever buy Asmus again when InArt exists? And that's clearly what they're doing. And it's working. So I do feel like that's kind of why they're targeting, for one, very popular characters that they have the license for, and two, the ones that have already been made, so you have a direct comparison. You have a direct comparison. You could say, damn, InArt fucking killed that previous one. And that's what they're doing. So I do think it's working. But as far as confidence goes, I would say, I'm very confident in what they've offered so far. Again, none of us have the Joker in hand yet, so we'll see how that shakes out. But we've seen the reviews from Justin, we've seen the reviews from Joao, and they look phenomenal. So, and there's not much bad we can say about it until we get them on hand. I think, we're all going to we can be as skeptical as we want, but I am confident that they're going to deliver based on their track record. And I'm also confident in deliver because for one thing too, that I think sometimes people forget with the skepticism is that InArt is highly incentivized to succeed here. Like it would absolutely be shooting themselves in the foot. It would be company suicide for them not to deliver on what they've promised here. For one, that would fuck up their statue line. And two, it would mess up all the 1/6 that they just joined for. So they just got into 1/6 to not deliver. Like they can't. So basically, especially not with these first 5 or 6 figures, right? You have to build consumer confidence. And if they're not delivering, then no one's going to buy anything further. So it is, within their, it's not like Hot Toys where they could just put something out and we'll just accept it. Right? Because they have the license and we all want it. And they're just like, well, we're just going to accept it. InArt does not have that luxury. So they have to be successful. So that's why I'm confident, because they are highly incentivized to be successful. If not, they won't survive. So that's my point. Like they are, they're fighting for their lives right now. And that's kind of why I'm confident. One, they have a good track record. And two, because they have to be successful. Otherwise they won't live. So, and if they want to live and have a business, then they need to deliver quality that they've promised. So, I think people need to think of it that way sometimes.
So let me.
Can I ask one question? I'm sorry.
Go ahead, bro.
We all, and this is for the whole panel, are we all comfortable with the pricing?
I think we are.
Hold that thought, because that's what I'm getting to next.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Well, you don't think that one tactics they did for releasing figures that came out already, it saves them on the R&R? Like they don't have to do that much R&R. They could just basically grab the Hot Toy figure and then just.
They could do that. They could look at the Hot Toy figure and be like, what could we improve upon what they did? They could do that too. Yeah.
So
they could.
Because they'll make them release the figure quicker.
Yeah, could be.
So
could be.
The last time I talked to John, because he did address this question, because I had the same question as to, why not tackle, other figures. And what he told me, because when I had him on a live show that day, what he basically told me was one of the biggest things is, even though they have the Warner Brothers license, Warner Brothers is selective about what figures they give them right now. So they can't have, they haven't given them everything. Like they don't have the complete keys to the kingdom when it comes to Warner Brothers and what figures, they can actually tackle. So they can't go to Warner Brothers and be like, yo, I want to, release this. I want to do that. No, they're very selective about what they basically provide, whereas Hot Toys, they have more space to kind of play around with. So it's sort of like, InArt's is building up. So that's why they're tackling the figures that have already been released. Just to kind of, like you said, they're kind of showing you that, okay, we can put out quality. So what are you going to do, from here? Hey, brother Cousins, that was a good question, because we're going to lead into that next. That's the next question that I have here. Captain Carlos, bobblehead Carlos, man, what do you think? What's your have they gained? Obviously, I think they have, but have they gained your confidence?
It's definitely not, I wouldn't say blind confidence like Hot Toys. I would say it's I believe that they will reach their potential. To because at the end they have released only one figure. Right. And I strongly believe by the time we all get it in our hands,
Yeah.
that it's going to end up being the best 1/6 figure we have all seen in our hands by far. In my opinion, I think they also released the very best prototype of any figure I have ever seen, better than the Joker, because the Joker has paint, so he can cover imperfections. The Aragorn has none of that. It's just perfect. I don't see any wrong with it. Articulation, you know,
that's a good point.
Everything's just perfect. So with that being said, I do believe in a lot of the points as well that Will said, because you have to remember that with InArt, they have to deliver, because at the same time, right, we've all known this company's going to do it. J&D is coming into play into 1/6 this year.
Yeah.
So they can't just, say, oh, well, we're only out here to be Hot Toys. No, we're out here to also make sure that when J&D comes in, we are beating them, or we're going to be competing against them. If any other company decides to join 1/6, well, fuck, that's even more competition now, right? Whether that can be, Hot Toys making a, like a black label, or 3-0 going premium, whatever it is. Point being is that, I believe that they will reach their potential. It's obviously too early to be like, now I will pre-order a lot of these things, because at the end of the day, it's just a gamble. Like, if it doesn't do well, then we'll just cancel it. But do I believe they're going to reach their potential? 100%, just because I think they're gonna kill it, man. Again, not blind confidence, because like I said, I still believe this is a gamble, because you don't know what's going to happen. Hot Toys, for the most part, we know what we can expect. And really going back to, like, what Will was saying as far as the business thing, I really do believe the main question, like, let's say they make an Aragorn. We're like, okay, well, they're better than Asmus. Okay, let's say they do, Game of Thrones. Okay, well, they're better than 3-0, and that's fine. But the question that we were all asking ourselves, or maybe not all of us, but a lot of us were asking, is how much better than Hot Toys can you get? And if they've never made a Pennywise or the prototype for the Batman or any of this, then we would have been like, yeah, they're great. But how much better than Hot Toys could they have done it? Well, now we have that answer, or we will have that answer soon to be able to directly compare. Once we get those figures in place, what they're going to do is basically be like, go to Disney 2, 3, 4 years from now and be like, hey, look, the Hot Toys, has these license for Marvel and Star Wars. And for all the figures that we've done a sculpted version that has been competitive to their price. And we've done a premium version, which has been rooted, and it has been better. So we have our portfolio of direct competitors to Hot Toys to go against the same license, and figures that Hot Toys hasn't done, like Asmus and 3-0. We're the best out there, right? Hypothetically. But once that Pennywise and Gandalf and all these other ones come out that Hot Toys has done, then I think a lot of us are going to start saying, can you imagine if they make a Vader? Can you imagine if they make an Anakin? Because then by that point, we will have known that they can make a better version, or hypothetically, they make a better version than what anything the Hot Toys has done so far that they can actually make. So, long story, I think they're going to live up to their potential. And in my opinion, if they deliver, Hot Toys will not completely lose their license, but they will definitely be in trouble, and they might get some characters taken out, like some really key ones, like 3 years in the making from now, maybe 4 years or so, because I see that happening. These prices, Sideshow isn't gonna ignore it, not for long.
No, definitely they won't. And the thing is, it's like in Hot Toys' defense, like I said, because when it comes to InArt, they have my complete attention. They have my attention. Confidence, again, is just one of those things that I got to wait until I get that. Again, I'm one of the ones. I just have to wait until I get that figure in hand. I know I can go off of what everybody else says, true indeed. But the thing is, perception is going to be different from everybody else's vantage point.
Yeah.
With Justin, he sees it. He may see the figure totally different from the way Joel has seen it. You know what I mean? And how Joel may display it, and what Joel was going after. So anybody who's going to review that figure, they can agree that yes, it looks good, but they're going to be looking at not just the exterior, but how well it poses. Does this look good next to this particular person? Does this, different features, different things. That's what people are going for. Accessories, all that. So again, see it in hand for me is going to probably be one of those situations where I can say, okay, cool. Now I believe in you. I believe in them because they've already shown me shit. But to say that I'm fully confident, because there's a lot of things that have to be nipped in the bud. And I know there's things that they don't control, but at the same time, these distributors, like the problems with distributors and shit like that, that's a headache. So again, that's something totally different. But as far as the product, yes, I think that they have my full attention, and I'm hoping to see what they're going to do next, because I think they're going to kill it. Real quick before I go to the next question, and I'm just watching it, and I'm just kind of keeping track of time because I know Will, you got to put his diapers on. You got to make sure he gets it.
It's true. It's true. You ain't wrong.
No, but no, I'm just playing. Any thoughts on? They've got a 1999 super chat by Rocketman Chris. He says, "Any thoughts on Jazz Inc. Announcement on the '89 Batmobile? It was said they will do right everything that Hot Toys did wrong. Gauntlet has been dropped. So, anybody want to jump in on that?"
He said plasticky, inaccurate Batmobile. That's what he said about. That's what Yo said about Hot Toys Batmobile. And I was looking at it today, and it's a good piece. It's a good flex. It is, but it is a bit inaccurate, and it is starting to show its age. It is. Companies today can only make it better, including Hot Toys, if they choose to go, to go that route to make it. So my thing is with Yost doing it, that damn price is going to be hefty.
Yeah,
that's a big boy. So if he's going to do it, I mean, here's the thing: is people out here? Are we really going to want to pay $1,500 and then another $200? $1,600 for it? Some will, but I don't know. I don't know. Where they can get another
the price.
One.
The price.
Just drop another one.
Price is what's killing me with them, bro. Because I'm not willing to pay that much money. I'm sorry, I'm not. And he gives it. He tells us why he does it. Supply and demand. What it costs for them to make it. Especially when it comes to distribution. I get that, but I'm myself personally. Yeah, it looks good. The only piece that I've gotten from them so far, was the Ray Speeder and the cockpit. But the cockpit's dope. Don't get me wrong.
Cockpit is dope. I just think he should stay away from things that Hot Toys actually put out and released. He should just stay doing the stuff that they didn't release, because then there's a market for it. Like, I got the cockpit because Hot Toys didn't do it. He did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's his niche. He should just stay in that lane and not do stuff that they ever, because all they got to do is just go in and turn on the presses and just put out another Batmobile, and the kids are going to eat it up. People are going to buy it. They will buy another Batmobile for $750. Come on. So,
definitely. That's true.
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah.
So, and just from my end, so I know, Jay, you already got it. I've got the damn Lego version right here. I want a Batmobile. I want an 89. Frank and Sons, they've got one. Dude wanted $3,000 for it, and then tried to play me. Well, you come with cash. We can make something happen. I'm like, shit. Jazzy talking about he gonna make a fresh one, an accurate one. I know it's licensed. I've got several of his pieces already. I know he's gonna do the work. I know he's great customer service. Anything wrong, he'll take care of it. 14. Do I want to pay that? No, but $3,000. I don't want to pay that either.
Yeah,
right.
True.
So now I'm like,
that's a difference. That is a difference.
Me personally, I'm sitting there like, I'm waiting on that PO. Day one, I'm ready to jump on it.
So you guys not worried about like warranty if you have issues with it? Like if you have issues, you can't get it replaced with the Jazz Ink fingers, right?
He's licensed now for Batman. Anything DC, he's licensed for now.
But I'm saying if you buy the 89, you have an issue with it, would he be able to replace it for you?
He'll take care of it for you. Now, even like I've got two of the Justice Mobiles. One of my pieces for the conversion kit, my cannon, for whatever reason, it just was shooting down like that. It was maybe a year after I ordered it from him, and I just one day I was like, what? Let me just see. I sent him some pictures and some video of it. Sent me a whole nother set. No questions asked.
All right, that's good to know.
Calvin,
yes.
can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So let's say if Hot Toys, let's say he puts the pre-order up, and then Hot Toys says, because look at what we did. I mean, we got the tumbler, we got another DeLorean.
You're right. But is it a tease? That's my question. Are they just trying to dangle something from us just to deter us from him? Because they've done that several times already. They have. Where's their 22 Batmobile? His is damn near His is damn near ready to ship out.
And that's the thing. I don't see them really taking the time going in. I mean, we can bring that argument. You're right. We can bring that argument back to the whole the vulture. You know what I'm saying? I don't. They taking their time.
I've got that piece in here too. They didn't do that either. Yeah,
exactly.
But I think with stuff that they already produced, I think that they'll get that.
Yeah, I hear you,
Carlos. What were you trying to say, man?
Here's the thing, and here's a problem with Jazz Inc. Okay, Jazz Inc. Okay, I own the Ecto One. I've owned the Tumbler. You know, I've owned the Justice League Batmobile. So I've owned all those three brands that make big vehicles. The problem with Jazz Inc. is they make better quality than Hot Toys. I'll say that. However, it takes them too many versions to get there. The Justice League needed 3 versions until they got there. The 66, the lines were botchy. Now they're better. So you see what I mean? They make better build quality, but like the finish, like they have to like get to that like version 3 from the beginning, and I think they would kill it. But let's say you have that version 3 Justice League, and then you have that Tumbler, man. One feels like a collectible, and then one feels cheap. Nothing beats the Ecto One in quality, 100%. Maybe InArt, who knows? But that's what I'll say. Jazz Inc. is their quality. The problem is they just take too many versions to get there. Now they're like on the 4th version of the Justice League. The original one had 3, and now they have the signature version. So that's the 4th version. And that one's going to be the ultimate. That's great, but it takes you too long to get there. And that version is like amazing. I mean, it's better than Hot Toys at that point. But in the beginning, you're rolling the dice.
So you're saying you roll on the side of they should just wait and perfect it before they just
100%.
rush to release it.
100%.
That's what happened with and that's what he's right, because that's what happened with the cockpit. It was several versions, several different versions of it
before they basically.
The Nobi had a version that had screws in front of it, and
the front,
the version that I have is like the final version, which is like the best
version, right?
Yeah.
So that's the problem. But quality wise, man, it's good. Like I had the Justice League, and it was great, and I sold it to get the new one, and I had the Ecto One, and I was like, damn, these are really good vehicles. Like they're great vehicles, but I never had that earlier version, so I can't speak to that. But I can't speak. I did have a Tumbler. I picked up a DeLorean before. I picked up an '89 Batmobile, and the quality doesn't match a Justice League Batmobile. Now, I have, to be fair, Jazz Inc.'s 66 Batmobile and Batman Forever's vehicle on pre-order as well. So I can't wait to get those, and then I'll be able to have a bigger, more, data to be able to report back to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Right.
Now I feel you, man. That was a good question, though. Thank you for that question. That was definitely a good question. So I'm gonna get to this next question here, and we'll probably after this one, because I know this is going to be a so I'm going to make this the last question, because this is going to be one that's going to be winded here. And again, I don't want Will falling the fuck to sleep on the show. If you do that, I will run to Maryland and knock on his door. But anyway, so this goes back, brother, because you jumped ahead, which was dope, because you were right there in my head thinking about the same thing, which is, again, I mean, are we now willing to pay the price for quality? You know what I mean? Are we willing to basically pay more for quality? Since InArt has put these pieces out. Now, here's the thing. Like, I'm thinking about this because I'm like, yo, it's not just about, because we have, like, for instance, all right, I'll give you an example. I was talking about this yesterday. I got that Boss Man figure from So Toys.
That's good.
It is beautiful, bro. It is I've never seen anything like this, like from them. It's quality. But I know that if a company like InArts did it, they'd kill it. You know what I mean? But this is what I'm saying. Now that they're showing their hands with, these type of figures like this Aragorn, and we know we're getting quality when it comes to Joker, because like I've said, like even from prototype to production, it looks great. It looks amazing. Are we willing now to say that we're because like somebody brought this up for the I think this the regular version, sculpted version of this figure, it's less than the Thor Love and Thunder figure from Hot Toys. So are we willing to basically pay more for quality? Let's start with you first, brother Cousins. What you think, bro?
In short, I mean, me personally, yeah, I'll pay for the quality. I definitely I want good quality, and that's just what it is. I don't want something that I gotta, just accept and be like, oh well, it's okay, but I really wish. No, I shouldn't have to do that. Or take something and say, oh, this is good, but let me go to the third party and get a third party head sculpt and pay another $300, $400. We shouldn't have to do that.
You're right.
So absolutely no. I'll definitely pay for quality. And looking at Joel and Justin's reviews of the final quality of the Joker. And look, I mean, the Joker is kind of a given. It's their first one out the gate. They had to kill it. Like Will was saying, if they didn't, they would have been dead in the water. So yeah, I mean, if we getting that type of energy, if they keep up that energy, and we're getting that with every release, yeah, we'll definitely pay for it. Now I'm not gonna pay $1,000, for every two sets, and at the end of the day, $500. When you look at it, the best version of it, $500 a figure is a lot to swing. But once again, you got to look at it like this: what are we collecting? How are we collecting? If this is going back to, like I said, the Hot Toys of old, where you were getting maybe about 5 or 6 figures or a year, or releases a year, that is sustainable over a period of time. If it's anything, if they try to keep up with the frequency that Hot Toys is producing, it is nobody can keep up with that. Your richest guy can't keep. I mean, he could, but it just comes to a point where it's financially irresponsible. Financially irresponsible.
I'm just kidding. I couldn't do it.
I was saying, it's not, even if and that's the thing. A lot of people could, but I mean, me personally, I wouldn't want to do it, and I wouldn't want to, put that energy out there into my, into the community, or that I could, what I'm saying, knowing damn well I can't, or I'm going in debt, because that's just not, to each his own. That's a whole nother thing. To each his own. Whoever you do, whatever do, you spend your money any way you want to. That's just, I'm just going to say that about that. But me personally, it's not personally. It's just not. It wouldn't be financially responsible. But I do think if we get, like I said, 3, maybe 5 a year, I could swing that, definitely. But I'm gonna say this also: don't be so quick to turn your back on Howie.
Hell no.
He's been in the game for years, and it's made him an animal, and he's taking notes, and he's ready.
I think he
still got faith. I'm sorry.
I got faith too, because I definitely believe. But here's the thing: the beauty of all this is that I have options, that now I can buy Hot Toys, I can buy InArt if I want. The beauty of it is not to turn my back on any company. It's to say that now it's that when we're getting more companies deciding to go the 6-scale route, it's like, it was a beautiful thing that we can actually say, yo, I can get this figure if I want it. I can get something from this, you know what I mean? I can get like a unlicensed piece that's beautiful. I can get something from, Hot Toys. I can get something from InArt. It's just good that the collection and the, especially the community and, especially with these companies, it's expanding. I love that. I love that aspect. And I know Howard is going to kill it, bro, because the thing is, he's still got things under the tuck that we haven't seen, and we always still anticipating to see what they do next. You know what I mean?
Can I say though that more options, right? Let's say J&D and art, right? More options in figures. Yeah, it's true that you can pick up those, but it also means less money in your pocket. So you might see like less lower tier characters like a Nebula or a Mantis coming from Hot Toys. If they know like no one's gonna buy these, right? Because like people are spending their money elsewhere. Maybe these like lower popular characters may not get made. What do you guys think about
that
one?
I mean, but we're seeing that now, because there's a lot of characters even before InArt. I mean, we still haven't gotten a damn Okoye yet, bro. Like,
but to be fair, we did get a Mantis. We did get Valkyrie.
After how long? That's what I'm saying. Point, like, after how long? Like, even before InArts came in the game, like even before they introduced, they threw their hands in the pile to say, look, we want to do this. There was opportunity from them to give us these figures, and they didn't. So I don't think it's going to change anything, only advance it. If anything, it's going to push, and we've been talking about this for a long time. it does push forward innovation, and I want to see it with seeing how these things work, seeing how InArt is showing you how it can work. Like literally, they're saying this can work. You can have seamless arms, like, you know what I mean? You can have, arms that aren't jointed. You can have magnetic joints. You can have those things. They're showing you that. What were you going to say, Proc? I know you want to say something.
I want innovation, not with the joints, with the actual suits and fabric they use.
Yeah.
It freaking kills me seeing my damn classic suit Spider-Man and my damn PS or the PlayStation game Miles Morales standing in like a museum pose. If InArt can give us better quality like fabrics that you can actually dynamically pose these figures and keep them in those poses and it won't damage the suit over time, I will pay that shit real quick.
Yeah. That and I'm hoping that we eventually see that, bro, because it can be tailored. I mean, we're slightly seeing that, like, even because I was comparing the suits between Batman, the InArt's Batman and the Hot Toys Batman. We know that that's going to have a fat suit, and it's going to probably slightly hard to really articulate that piece. It could be. We just got to wait and see. And I'm not getting both. I'm only going, if I settle on one, I'm just going to get one. I'm not going to get both. I'm not doing that. I ain't built like that. But definitely, I do want to see innovation from Hot Toys, and I hope that InArts can help. Again, we're not saying, and I'm not here to basically shield for InArts, because again, I said they have my attention, but I'm not all the way confident until I have pieces in my hand. But I know that Hot Toys, you never count. It's just like, James Cameron, you don't count out the big dog, bro. You don't do that. Will, what do you basically think, man? What you think about this? Are you willing to pay more now? And now that they've shown us this, well, I don't even know why I'm fucking asking you this question, because you already did it. But are you willing to continue paying as much money as you've been paying for these pieces?
Yeah, it's very interesting. And I think both you guys were alluding to, Brother Cousins and Carlos were alluding to the idea of the fact that, it has changed things a little bit, right? I think with InArt coming in, we've, some of us have been wired a little bit differently. Not that Hot Toys aren't great. They truly are. And they deliver some of the best figures for a long time that they've made. That said, I do tend to agree kind of with what Carlos is, the sentiment that he's expressing about, that we might start seeing less top tier characters, because Hot Toys, because we eventually at the end of the day, Hot Toys is going to have to make the decision. Do we want to maintain consistent high quality, or do we want to produce a lot of characters? Because I know people in the chat have said this, Hot Toys releasing 30, 40 figures a year, where InArt's releasing 4 to 5. I'm not saying Hot Toys is going to release 4 to 5, but if Hot Toys maybe does 20 instead of 30, right? Maybe they can start making them consistent bangers every single time, instead of we're also having these conversations where some of them are misses, right? Like, that's the conversation that they might be having. I don't know. Maybe it's not profitable to make less figures. Maybe Disney's like, we want you to make as much shit as possible, and we're happy with what you're doing. So maybe everything's good. But at the end of the day, like Carlos was alluding to, that money is going to leave some way, right? So those figures like Mantis and Nebula that people might have a little more expendable income for now, when InArt comes in, yes, Joey Wonder Carter, Wonder Woman. So when InArt comes in, and then, when J&D comes in and possibly other companies come into this 1/6 game, and they give serious competition to Hot Toys that maybe 3-0 and Asmus and other companies have not really been able to provide, then a lot of people are pre-ordering this Aragorn, right? That's $450, almost $500 out the door, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how many people now are not going to buy that Mantis because they just got the Aragorn or something similar, right?
Yeah.
So that's something, there is a domino effect to this. And I do think that is going to change, especially when J&D comes in, and especially when other companies possibly come into this. And then Hot Toys has serious competition that they have not experienced thus far. So I do think that is something that we're going to have to consider. And Hot Toys may have to adapt to that and say, all right, I mean, we're not, we can't, we got to stop making, we're not going to take chances on Nebula or Gamora or even Mantis or characters like that, right? The people, want and often say they want, but don't support. So that's something, where a lot of collectors will be like, I really want a Nebula. And then she is on there forever. And then when she does sell out, you can get her half price basically. Yeah. So that's the type of stuff that Hot Toys knows. And even, God forbid, people even Cyborg, for example, right? Yeah. And a couple years from now, that figure might not have been made because, the fan outrage was pretty significant. That's probably why it was made, right? But, it's a character that supposedly in Asia, they didn't really support. So, in America, hopefully, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's all speculation. But I do think overall, I'm willing to pay for quality, and I think that has changed in people's minds. Like if Hot Toys, like Carlos had alluded to, if Hot Toys put out a premium line, I think we would all be lining up for it. Like I think we would all, like a Darth Vader that's real leather for even 500. I think we'd all buy it, right? I think that's why I think what InArt is doing is at least making Hot Toys. They got to be sitting around thinking, do we still have maybe our standard line, and then maybe also have a premium line like Carlos's reference, and say, people are willing to pay these, and and J&D might come in even higher price than InArt does. Like that's probably what they're going to do. Honestly,
that's if J&D's even doing anything.
They're going to do it. Yeah, they're going to do it. Yeah, they're going to do it. Yeah, I know, Leia, what you're saying because it's been so long. I think they're just observing right now,
and they could, which is a smart. It is a smart tactic.
Yeah, they're coming in this year for sure
and watch. So we'll definitely see what they do. But I already know for them, it's going to be expensive as fuck. So I'm not even counting my blessings on that.
I think maybe you might see, like, for InArt figures that might be 500, you might see a J&D at 650 or something like that. Like, but I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like I'm starting to think less is more. So even now, I'm starting to dump off. Like, I still have like 40, 45 Hot Toys, right? But I'm starting to dump off some of the ones that I know I'm just not crazy about. Because I know I'm making space for future Hot Toys and also for some of these InArt figures and even possibly a J&D. Like I'd much rather have an Arthur Fleck, Joker InArt 2-pack for $1,000 than I would have like, a bunch of, a couple Hot Toys that I just feel so about. Like if it's Cad Bane or Darth Vader DX, that's a different conversation. But some of the other ones like Mantis or like War Machine, which I just don't really care that much. Like I like them, but I'd much rather save that money.
War Machine, bro. War Machine, hold up, time out, bro.
In there, dude. Hold on, dude.
You must have not seen
Goddess,
War Machine, man.
So I listed
Goddess,
War
bro.
Machine for sale, so if anybody wants it, let me know. But
which one?
The Mark
Punisher
IV,
one?
the Infinity War. Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Yeah, it's a really good figure. I love the figure.
Only 150 he listed it for.
150.
That Hot Toys is kind of already started to like be a little reactionary. Like they're really, that Anakin head sculpt was amazing. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? And
Yeah,
that's
it was.
true. My only problem is, and somebody alluded to this just now, Max, I see you out there because I share the same, sentiment. You had a chance. You had a chance, even knowing what InArt was doing. You had a chance to give us a really dope Batman Begins figure, and that was one of the biggest disappointments of 2022. Literally.
Well, I would say that they had a chance to release a Joker prior to them actually officially releasing this, and I think they missed the mark. I don't think Hot Toys is as aggressive as we all think they are. They've been on top for such a long time. Sometimes it just tames you. You get complacent. You know what I mean? So.
Then again, and that's what I was going to say. Well, here's the thing. I don't want to say fully complacent. I want to say that they are trying certain things, but also here in their defense, this is where I think the problem lies. We would have been having this conversation 6, maybe 5 years ago. And the reason why I say that is because, again, we have to always remember they've gotten so many fucking streaming properties that they have to go through now. And that's why we're seeing more. We're seeing more, characters that are being introduced because of these streaming properties. If it's not HBO Max, if it's not Disney Plus, if it's not, a Netflix show, if it's not a Paramount show, whatever. So many things have been introduced in the industry now, and they're trying to play, catch up. They're still, Disney is demanding so much from this company. Like literally, they are demanding so much from Hot Toys right now that they are because exactly, but they're putting out so much,
and it's really good.
It's a decent looking figure, but they're putting out so much. You know what I mean? They're always putting out content. They're asking this company to do so much. So it's like Howard is being stretched thin. So I understand that. But at the same time, if you know what you're getting yourself into, you got to think 10 steps ahead of yourself. Like literally, how do I plan? How do I plan to basically give people product, knowing the quantity and everything that we have to basically do? They're seeing now that, InArts, they're more about quality right now. But what's going to happen if InArts expands their base and starts getting more licenses? If they basically start, then are we going to basically see a slow decline because of the demand? So I think that's a lot of things that we got to kind of keep in mind too. Right. They have minimal. All they're dealing with right now is Warner Brothers. What would happen if they actually expanded and they started getting flooded? we're going to see more delays, and we might actually have more conversations about inaccuracies because of the simple fact that there's so much going on. You know what I mean?
Well, Leah, the last point I'll make, and I'll let everyone jump in because I don't want to talk too long, but I can just say, like, and I've mentioned this in several streams now, when you mention anything InArt, the numbers go way up. Like it just is a reality. Like you look at even the chat tonight, like people, InArt has people excited. When is really the last time a hot toy got announced or released that we got this excited about? Like, I mean, and that's my point. Like hot toys, we pay respect to them. But we pay respect to them because they are the king, and they still are. And I love them. I have so many hot toys, and they've done so many great things. But it's just what that Aragorn looks like. Like, when's the last time hot toys got us that excited?
King
like,
Shark.
and that's my point. And like, eventually, they're going to have to adapt. I feel like because the market is going to change. The market is already changing. And when J&D comes in and possibly other companies like we mentioned, it's going to change further. And people, like you said, are going to be spread too thin where they don't have the money to buy everything, and they are going to pay for the quality. That we've already seen. Like, of course, Gandalf's not going to sell as well. I see you, Carlos. Gandalf's not going to sell as well as, Iron Man. But at the end of the day, like, people are going to buy the quality thing. So, and if they spend $550 on a Gandalf, they're not going to buy Nebula, or they're not going to buy, God forbid, like a She-Hulk, right? So anyway, I let Carlos go, but eventually, like,
I'm still
Hot Toys
buying
the
a
king,
She-Hulk.
but they're going to have to adapt.
Wait a minute now.
See, here's the thing, right? We all have a limited budget, right? Some are bigger than others, and that's fine. But we all have a budget for this. The thing is that people have been saying, I'm not even the biggest Lord of the Rings fan, but that Aragorn looks so good, I want to pre-order it, right? Look at Aragorn, and it's a prototype. It's not a release, it's a prototype. Imagine that for Henry Cavill. If it gets to that level of what an Aragorn prototype looks like, scope-wise, that has a bigger fan base. Wonder Woman, the 2019 Joker.
Right? Wait, real quick. Will, did you ask the fucking question?
I did, bro. I did.
And what did
I
he
asked
say?
him about it. So John was saying that they're working on developing that, but they're still working on the seamless body essentially. So because it's new for them. It's new.
Oh, okay.
Right. So but Wonder Woman is in the plans. Yeah, Wonder Woman will be made. Yeah.
So my point being, like, those three figures I just named, that's $2,000 right there. Right? 2019 Joker's $1,000. They said minimum. Wonder Woman would be like, let's call it 500. And then, Superman is going to be another 5. Like, whoever starts getting into these lines is going to get expensive. Not only that, Legolas is coming, and that one's probably going to be pretty good. So I just think that more and more we're going to start leaning to quality than quantity, right? Like someone mentioned, like they released the King Shark. Like, I don't know who gives a fuck about a King Shark, right? Like it's I do. Yeah, so very minimal. Very minimal. You know what I mean? But no one's going to go buy him at retail though, right? It's going to get like super discounted. Because, going to the question, like, are we now willing to pay for more quality? Look, I think we were willing to pay, people are getting InArt not like on a consistent basis, but like if it's like their grail, people were willing to spend like a $500 on a peeling Terminator. You know what I mean? So we were always willing to pay these for our most favorite character. So I think, man, InArt, I think they're going to do some great things. And once they start introducing more characters, like if they introduce like Dragon Ball or Terminator and all those other ones, man, I think they're gonna kill it. And yeah,
the thing is with InArt, again, I have myself, because I'm the same way with Hot Toys. I'm very selective about what I get. I'm not going to get everything just for the sake of, like, even talking to Toya, about the Aragorn. We talked about it, and I was like, you know what, we both agreed that it's a beautiful piece. But as I looked around, I was like, okay, where would he fit right now? And
minority characters.
What would make sense? Because it definitely. And do I want to go down that road? Because no, I don't want to fall out. Because then again, I would fall into that line, or it's, to me, it's like I would sort of be like a hypocrite, in a sense. If I'm telling people like, yo, don't fall for the hype, but yet I fall for it because it was hype and it has been hype all week. That's why I passed on it, because me personally, I don't need it. I just don't. It's beautiful, but I don't need it. It's not something that I want in my collection right now. So I'm very selective. The only thing that I'm looking forward to right now from them, literally, is that Wonder Woman figure. That's it. That's what I'm looking forward to right now.
And Harry Potter.
Yes.
In Harry Potter, definitely
Yes,
Harry
Harry
Potter, because
Potter.
I want to
Yep.
definitely see what they do with that line. A lot of people laugh at me, but I'm a Potter fan. I don't
Hey,
get
look at
two
me. I got the
fucks.
Potter wands. I'm a Potter
Exactly.
fan
I
too,
am a
man. Look,
Potter fan, bro. I love
Hermione.
Harry Potter.
I got Harry right
There you
here. I got
go, bro.
Voldemort.
Definitely. I love it. But again, that's just me. But yeah, I agree. I agree to a certain extent, but I mean, am I willing? Because I think that even with both companies, money is an issue for a lot of people, regardless. Even with Hot Toys, it's still an issue. Yeah, I mean, it is. But if you want quality, and that's the thing is like, it's going to come down to this. If Hot Toys wants us to pay these prices, they're going to also have to, kind of give us better figures. Give us.
It's also layout too. Like once you have a taste of something great, why would you go back down to something that's lesser, right? And that's what I think is going to come. Like for example, a lot of us probably started collecting Black Series or something similar, right? Then you got your first Hot Toy and you stopped collecting Black Series. I'm not saying Hot Toys are Black Series. I'm just trying to give an example. I do think that once people, hopefully these InArt, as long as they deliver on what they've advertised, like if you get that type of quality in hand, you might look at your Hot Toys differently, or some of them, like not all of them. So that's my point. I think it could change things.
But I do think that quality to be on that level of Hot Toys, even I'm talking about years from now, 5, 10 years from now, to maintain that level of quality, is it sustainable?
I don't know, brother, because I mean, maybe over a long period, but Justin, who's reviewed so many figures, got the InArt Joker, and he said it's the best 1/6 figure he's ever had. And that's the type of thing where, like, if you get that in a consistent basis, say they do that 5 to 7 figures, then you start looking at your Hot Toys, some of the ones, maybe not all of them, some of them, not the Grails, but some of them, and you're just like, man, they're not on that level though, right? And maybe you start willing to pay.
But they only
for more
make
quality.
like 4 figures, so it's like, I mean, they have more time to concentrate on like a handful of things opposed to like 30 or 40 like you said,
30 40 50 figures. And that's the thing. And here's the thing, it's like, even though Justin said that, it's also built off of perception. What's good for him may not be good for everybody else. They may look at it and be like, it's a beautiful piece. That's just like, for instance, a statue versus a 1/6 scale piece. You might see a statue and be like, it's the most beautiful thing I've actually seen. But is that going to change your perception of a 1/6 scale figure? Is that going to say, yo, I want to get rid of everything? No, that's what I'm saying. Like, InArt is beautiful for what it is right now, and we see that, yes. But am I going to say, look, I'm turning my back on Hot Toys? Hell no, because there's so many different pieces out there that I want. And then on top of that, right now, we still got the Clone Wars coming up. I know you excited about that because I am as well. The 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, I know they're going to kill that. They are watching. I'm rooting for them to innovate, but I'm also rooting for InArt to continue on giving us quality. Real quick, because I know we're going to dip out of here. I know you got to go. Carlos, you got to go beat your meat. Hey, real quick. So Cam, I know, because I wanted to get around everybody real quick. So are you willing to pay more, Cam? I know that you're not really paying for these figures at all, but are you willing to pay more?
I mean, probably, but I just feel like it's taking a lot of people out of collecting altogether, if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people that got into this not expecting for it to rise. So it's kind of hurting them in the long run, if you think about it, because they had this huge idea for what their collection was going to be, thinking the quality was going to improve, but the price is going to stay the same. But that never happens with anything, So for me, I mean, I feel like I'm kind of out of it because, like, they haven't made anything that's under the IP that I actually collect. But I can admire them from afar as well. So I'm not. I ain't paying the prices.
I got you, bro. I feel you. Calvin, what's up with you, bro? What you think? You sound like Mickey Mouse right now. You sound like Mickey Mouse, bro. You did. You sound like Mickey Mouse real quick. Are you better now? No, not really. Okay. We'll come back to you. I'll come back to you.
Hilarious.
Useby, what's up, bro? Are you willing to go down that rabbit hole, bro?
I mean, yeah, I said I've pre-ordered all these stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think it's teaching everybody because as the cost of all the Hot Toys, at least that we get from Sideshow, has gone up. I think it's like people would be mad that we would be getting pleather and we would be getting this and that and the other thing that is inefficient or weird seamless arms or not seamless bodies when they would and it's like, yeah, but these are $260, $250 figures that, you know, when you compare to what InArt's doing, that they do have the real leather, they do have the appropriate seamless bodies, they do have all these interchangeable stuffs and magnetic bases and da-da-da. It's like you're definitely getting what you're paying for. So yeah, I'm I'm definitely willing to fork it over for it is, because I think what you're getting is a superior product for these. But like Cam was saying, you know, 75% of my collection is Marvel and Star Wars, or not even that. Marvel and Star Wars, like 99% of my collection is Marvel and Star Wars. I think I have like 2 Batman, and then I'll have the Joker. So, you know, until they start making, you know, sort of the Disney licenses, which, you know, who knows, 5 years down the line they might. You know, I think there's always going to be a place for them as these sort of niche, you know, high end collectibles for those Warner Brothers figures. You know, I don't think. Going forward, I think, you know, depending on how they do, I know we talked about confidence and stuff like that. Yeah. If they continue down this path with the same quality and all this stuff, yeah, I mean, I think they're definitely going to put a, you know, humongous dent in Hot Toys Warner Brother figure sales, because it's, you know, one's going to wait till see what InArt does, and then I'll da-da-da. But as far as on the Marvel and Star Wars side, I mean, you know, if you want a Mace Windu, you're getting the Hot Toys Mace Windu, and that's about it. So, when I'm able, I'll definitely be picking these up, and I'm willing to pay for the higher, you know, the price for the higher quality, and you know, until, you know, and I think someone said, I forget who said it, because there's a lot of stuff said, but you know, they've shown it good with this one. You know, so far with this Aragon, it's great. But if they ever do get a big license, if they ever do get whatever, like, I don't think it's sustainable to make this super duper high end of, you know, hand rooted and this, you know, super hand painted when you're making, you know, a number of figures a year, if you do get a bigger license or another license. So I like where they're at now. I like their niche product, and yeah, I'll continue to pay the extra money for it. So,
guys, Proc, what you think, man? You know, are you willing to, you know, put that extra dough in for quality, man?
Yeah, like I mentioned before, like for the pleather, I mean, not having the pleather anymore, having the genuine leather and like actual fabric that you can actually pose, then yeah, I will pay it. Now, one thing, real quick, Will, did John say? Because I know all these figures so far are overseas only. Yeah. But once they start getting the license for the state-wise, they should be cheaper, because we're not paying that overseas price. We're not paying an import price. Did John never say that?
Yeah, he said they're still working on global distribution in the interview with Riley, and licensing. So they're working on it. I don't know, P-Rock. That's a good question. It might be more expensive, just because with Sideshow, they tend to upcharge on imports. So
I know in certain places, certain states, I mean, certain countries,
it might be higher. I'm hoping, P-Rock, you're right, but I'm kind of planning for it to be the opposite. I'm kind of planning for maybe Sideshow or something to get it. And it might, Aragorn 470 might be 520, right? That might be.
Real quick, hold on, Carlos. I'll get to you in a second. Calvin, are you good now?
I think he gave up.
He gave up. He packed it in.
Pretty free. Cal, you hear me, Cal?
I'm the same as you. Like, I'm cherry picking certain ones. I don't need to get everything from InArt.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't. Certain, like I said, maybe I'm going the cheap route, but I'm happy with some of my Asmus Lord of the Ring figures. I don't need to buy like a double Gandalf. I'm happy with my Crown Series 1, because unlike, I mean, I'm not saying I hate selling figures, because I have attachment to them, so I don't want to go that route of having to buy the InArt one and then try to see art when I got some of my damn Asmus one. So I don't want to go that route. So only certain ones that I feel like are a huge improvement over another company, then I'll definitely get those back. I mean, the price is good, but just to get them all, I can't get them all and collect other things at the same time too. I'll have to quit something, and I can't quit the stuff I like.
Definitely. Calvin, you ready? Or are you still? I think he. All right. Yeah. All right. Hopefully he comes in. But what were we going to say real quick, Carlos? What were we going to say, man?
Yeah. So I know I've seen a few people, and Sean was saying, you know, is this sustainable? Is it not? So I'm going to try to, you know, look at this from a business standpoint, right? So typically I like to answer it in that sense, but I think, yes, Hot Toys releases 90 plus figures, 50 figures, all this different stuff. But at the end of the day, man, like, you know, I just feel like with Hot Toys, or at least with InArt, like, I don't know if InArt needs to go and release 90 figures a year to be competitive. They already have Queen Studios, they have statues, so I don't know if they actually have to get to that level. You know what I mean? If they're releasing like 10 figures, 15 figures, 20 figures a year, at the quality, I think they're going to take a good amount of market share because they're going to be taking a good amount of the budget. You know what I mean? So who knows?
Yeah.
Are you reading that feet comment? Is that what you're doing?
That's what he's
I'm
laughing
reading
at,
what the fuck y'all talking about behind the stage.
It was Sean.
Like,
It wasn't me.
Yo,
He set me up for it.
okay.
Same thing every night.
Rook, Cal, are you back, bro? Can you hear me, Cal? Oh, you can't. All right. Sorry about that, bro. I don't know what happened, man, but we'll definitely reconvene. We'll definitely get to you. But check it out. Again, you hear me now? But you just can't talk.
We can't hear you, yeah.
Can't hear. All right, man. I'm sorry about that, bro. Anyway, we're gonna close it out here, man. I mean, look, I got everybody's link in the description here because, like, I know it's late. We ran on whatever, but it was a good discussion, great discussion. Everybody's link is in the description. So if you haven't already, you subscribe to everybody here because they got great content actually coming up, man. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure that
you guys hear me?
So. Yeah, we hear you now. We hear you now, man.
Okay.
So I mean, yeah, but real quick, close us out. What was the question? I didn't hear nothing. You guys, my headset went out on me too, so I couldn't even hear what you guys were saying. All I was saying is, are you willing to basically pay for the quality? Are you willing to pay more for quality when it comes to InArt and stuff like that?
It would have to be a special character, such as Ledger Joker. Like I said, what I was trying to say was I'm scaling back this year. Last year, I kind of had if I wanted it, I went and grabbed it. Mm-hmm. So this year, I'm doing the opposite. But as far as just jumping on every little thing that they're going to do, not going to be the case. Gotcha. I'm being very selective this year.
Yeah. And I think that's what everybody's going to do. Be very selective about what they get, but you're still going to appreciate the simple fact that they are giving us works of art.
Correct. At this point, I love the groups that we're in. I can appreciate it with everybody else's pictures in their display as well.
Yeah. And again, it goes back to the beauty of this. Hot Toys is there. We know it. We have InArts. We have variety now. I love that. I love the simple fact that I can do that now. I love that there is competition, but I look at it as friendly competition because it's inspiring people to do better. And I'm just hoping, I'm really pushing because Hot Toys has been there. I mean, we anticipate a release every week. There's things that we're still looking for. Right now, Will, I know you still appreciate that Loki that you have in your collection.
Oh yeah, dude, I love it.
Definitely. So there's pieces that we, still appreciate until, what the hell is that?
It's the Loki scepter holder. Yeah.
Oh, Loki got a special edition in Hong Kong, so it came with this piece. I just showed it because Will hates it.
I love it, bro. I want it. You should send it to me.
Anyway, thank you guys out there for tuning in. It's been such a great show, such a great experience. In the interest of time, I know that, I don't know, did you guys want to talk about what you got going on, or did you want to just close it out? It's let me know.
Competition is better for the consumers.
It's better. Definitely. Because I don't want to hold it. I know, Will's sleepy, man.
Oh, no, you're good.
Get Will out the way. No, Carlos got to go real quick, but Will, tell us, give us brief what you got going on, Will. What you got coming up?
Well, dude, Lights Camera Collect Friday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. There'll be other videos coming on the channel soon that are pretty new. Collectors Mingle this Sunday. Last of Us is starting this Sunday, so everyone should be watching that.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
9 p.m. This Sunday.
Go to cousin's house to watch it.
Get your HBO Max ready, and I'm gonna post an update soon on about this. Like I said, I'm starting a second channel dedicated specifically to Last of Us content.
Isn't it sitting at 92 or 97%? 97% still.
Yes.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
it's fucking dope,
97%.
Like
everybody.
And also, what I've heard was that was from people that have seen the whole season.
The
it wasn't just
entire
the entire season.
I think it's 9 episodes from what I remember.
So did they say if they can be faithful to the video game, or
it's pretty faithful? Yeah.
What
There's
they
a couple
so far
changes, but it's pretty faithful.
Yeah.
Like there's for one who's played the game, like they made Sam deaf now where he wasn't in the game. So stuff like that. There's small, slight little changes. That's not a spoiler or anything, but like Neil Druckmann was talking about it. But yeah, anyway,
keeping all the names, the clickers and everything. They're keeping all those names for the monsters.
Yeah. Same thing. Bloaters, clickers, stalkers, all that will be there. They did get rid of spores though. P-Rock. They got rid of spores. So spores, I don't know why. They'll probably explain, but they said spores didn't really work for the show, so they had to change it a little bit. So
Definitely. Man.
Wow.
Definitely.
So anyway,
I can't wait to Sunday. Definitely, so we can have it. You're still going to do Lights Camera Collect on Sunday?
So I'll do Collectors Mingle. Yeah, I'm thinking about. I'll have to talk to. See, let me know what you guys think. I'm thinking about moving the show up to maybe like 7 or something, and that way I can still watch Last of Us at 9. But I don't know. We'll see. It's usually at 8, so we'll see though.
Definitely, man. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for being here as always, my
Yeah,
brother.
thanks for having me.
As always, Calvin. I know you're gonna be on LWO this week.
Yeah, as long as I'm not at work. As long as I'm not at work, I'm on. And real quick, Cam, were you doing that? Were you doing part 2 of what we did last week?
Yeah. So I'm doing part 2 on Friday.
Okay, no, just let me know. I'm there.
All right, bet.
Dope, man. Thank you for being here, Cal. Useby, what's going on with you, brother?
Just hanging out. That's all.
I like it.
No, just chilling, man. Popping up when people want me to come on, and other than that, probably do Bricks and Brews sometimes here. I'm gonna shoot for the end of January though. I'm really freaking busy, so it might push till February. But one of those times, I'll be appearing on Will's podcast soon.
Yep.
And
I asked, you weren't available.
No, I know. I went to a New Year's day before New Year's Eve concert. It was fun. I felt like a 25-year-old again. I was in a mosh pit. Look at me.
Oh, nice, dude. It sounds like you won on that one.
I won.
Smack Medina.
Other than that, yeah, man, just chilling, dude. Enjoying the cold weather when I can down in SoCal before it's just like warm for the rest of the year. So, other than that, man, just chilling. Opening up 38,000 figures that I've gotten recently. So, yeah.
Damn.
Can't wait for that,
man. So definitely, man. Thank you for being here as always, Carlos. Controversy, Carlos, man. What's going on with you, bro?
So, a place for collecting Facebook group. It is a no drama, toxic free Facebook group. It's closely monitored to make sure we only talk collectibles. We actually just recently did a giveaway for the InArt Joker, and it's not 100% complete, so it's not an official announcement, but I'm working currently with the retailer to possibly, it's like 50% chance it's going to happen. And if it does happen, I'll provide more details, to give away a DeLorean, the new one that just came out. It's not 100%, but I am working on that now. So yeah, Facebook group, if you want to join, let us know, or, let us know. Go on the Facebook group and join. We do a bunch of random giveaways too, gift cards, we do game shows, and, we just give out a bunch of free shit all the time. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I'm going to be on Will's show on Sunday because, I need to make it good, because if not, it's pretty boring. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you for being here as always, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Don't worry. As always, man. Thank you.
You're the focus, bro.
You know what? I don't even give a damn.
I'm just giving you a heads up.
I don't. This damn thing just wants to play around. It does whatever. Cam, what you got going on, brother?
Thanks, man, for having me as always. So this Friday we have episode part 2 of the ones we are missing, the Hot Toys edition, Marvel. So I'll have Calvin, I'll have Lael, Rich reviews, as well as Figure Focus on there as well. And basically just going to talk about all the Hot Toys that we're missing in the Marvel collection that we're looking forward to in the future, if they ever come out. And then also on Friday I'll be on LWO as well.
Special guest.
Guest. And then on Sunday right back at Collectors Lounge International, man. But thank you for having me as always, bro. And I'm about 15 away from 300. So if you guys are subscribed,
15 people out there, if you haven't already, come on, subscribe to Cam's collection. 15 people, that's all we need. Head over there and do so. Come on, man, stop playing. Let's get him up there. Let's go. Definitely, bro. Appreciate that. Proc, what's going on with you, brother?
Thanks for having me, man. It was a good time, fun time. Sorry I missed out the first time, so I'm happy I made it this time. Just getting back on my feet, man. I just did a recent move. I had a little accident going on in my personal life, so back on my feet now. So got my reviews coming up soon. LWO every Friday. So we got Cam going on there, and Calvin's always part of the crew now.
So be funny as shit.
Yeah.
What's LWO?
Latinos wilding out. Something like that. Nah. But no, so yeah, we'll be on WO Friday, and
white. Carlos,
continue.
You're white. You wouldn't understand.
I'm not even a citizen. I have a green card. I'm as Latino as it gets.
For real? Are you for real?
Yeah, I'm not a citizen. I'm a permanent resident.
What nationality are you?
Peruvian. I was born there. I came here when I was 8.
Oh, damn! This is the second. You're the second Peruvian I met.
No,
first Dante, now you.
Word.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, but I was like, illegal. So like, that's like more authentic, I think. you know.
Anyway, Brock, man, thank you for being here as always, bro.
Thanks for having me, man.
We appreciate that, man. And brother Cousins, round us out, brother Cousins. Tell us what's going on with you and that DeLorean back there, motherfucker, that you just like flex on the motherfucker.
I wait for him to be like DeLorean.
I had to shit. That's the next one. Well, I had to come a flex on y'all, just a little bit. Oh man, fighting it, man. I'm up here fighting this cold, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you for being on, bro. I didn't think that's why I didn't. I was like, when you sent me the message, you was like, you might not make it. I was like, it'll get better, bro. But
dude, I was sneezing. I was like, I'm on my deathbed, and then you pop a DeLorean. And I was like, no, I must go on.
So dude, when I get sick, Leo yells at me, dude. You have it easy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
I just smack a bitch. But anyway, bro.
Sometimes you gotta, sometimes your pimp hand has to be strong.
It's true.
Do some Dana White stuff on you, man.
Dana White, damn.
Straight up, bro.
So we got best of the best tomorrow. That's gonna be amazing. Still working out what we're gonna talk about. But so we got that coming tomorrow, and that's it for me.
Appreciate that.
Thank you for having me. It was just wonderful. Wonderful panel.
Thank you for being here, and thank you guys out there for following all of us. And it's not my fault that we've gone past Will's bedtime, but it just normally happens that way. So he got to get tucked in and everything. So
Yep.
But anyway, thank you guys for being here. Till next week. I'm not gonna play the outro because it's gonna take too long, and I'm gonna get clowned. So what we're gonna do is just end it here. But definitely we will see you guys again next week. Love you, and see you.